so, but
welcome everybody to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network, live from my bookie studios. It is Monday, April 26th. I'm Pilar Lastra. We've got D-Mac and Tom Mazawey in the house.
I missed my music cue again.
It's all right.
My Monday
it's Monday.
My Monday morning Mazawey.
No excuse.
Or
Yeah,
Monday
I don't know.
afternoon, I guess.
You guys are starting to do really fancy things. Sometimes it throws me off.
Hey,
I feel like I have to give you guys a beat to
right.
do something
Well,
cool.
speaking of beat, that you know how dysfunctional. What do you guys think about that commercial? Eazy cut it up because I thought that, as far as anything, that was Oscar-worthy performance, right?
We got robbed.
We did get robbed.
We should have gotten at least a nomination for
Did
that.
anyone even watch the Oscars last night? I bet you it was guaranteed it was the least watched Oscars of all time.
I watched the one I would have voted for, right? Easy, Mortal Kombat. That was out this weekend. Sub-Zero, all the time.
Was it good?
Oh, it was great.
Really?
I loved it. If you're looking for the way that they combined, sort of the characters and leading into it, and obviously there's gonna be another one because Johnny Cage is going to Hollywood to find Johnny Cage. But yeah, all the graphics and everything else. What'd you love about it, Eazy?
The storyline, actually. They brought a storyline to, because movies like that, it's all kind of fake stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like magic dragons and all these powers and stuff like that. But they gave you a storyline where, when my man's family died in the beginning, I was like, you gotta fucking kill that guy.
That's it. That's it.
Whoa, did you just spoil
Hanzo.
it?
No,
it's right from the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, geez.
Yeah, but anybody's
Easy.
a fan of that, a fan of the sci-fi, a fan of Mortal Kombat, they'll like it. As my stepson said, though, he liked the 90s version better because it played more to the comic book or the story, but it was really good.
No Godzilla versus Kong, so I boycotted.
Is that why you boycotted
I
it?
boycotted it.
I seen them both. I enjoyed them both.
I just didn't watch it this year. I just felt like there wasn't really any big movies or
There wasn't. There were
much
not.
to really get excited
Who
about
won?
in the Oscars.
Don't even know. And you know what? They gave out the Best Actor award as last one. Usually it's Best Picture.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
This time they gave it out, and they thought, who was going to win it? Chadwick Boseman. He passed away. We lost him. They thought he was going to win, and it's going to be a nice way to go out. But the oldest man to ever win an Oscar, Anthony Hopkins, brought it home, and he wasn't even there to accept the award. And Joaquin Phoenix is out there, and he's like, well, I accepted in his behalf, and that's how the show ended.
Wow.
That's how the show ended. It was very anticlimactic. So,
well, I'm
you
not
didn't miss
surprised.
anything.
I wasn't expecting much from it this year.
yeah,
so
you didn't miss much.
All right, guys. Today we've got Adam B joining us in the fish tank. Fish is not here. So, Adam, I want you to know you have a lot of weight on your shoulders right now. I know you think you're swimming in the fishbowl. It's very anti-gravity in there or whatever, but Fish does all of our sound effects. You are aware of this, correct?
Yes, I am.
Okay, did you practice this? Because it's a new sound effect. Breaking news has a different one. The phone has a different one.
Yeah, when the phone rings, he goes, bling, bling.
Yeah.
Okay, so we know.
But we're not. Okay. But we like to everybody to express themselves here. So if you have so if the Sheik of the Spread has one and you're excited, I bet you Adam's excited one and his frowny one or his bad one is pretty much the same one. But
yeah,
feel free to let yourself go.
I can't see Adam getting super excited. What excites you, Adam?
Football.
No, I understand, but what? Do you ever get up and just scream yes?
When Fish is here, yeah, but without Fish here, it's not the same. So.
Yeah, I just don't see
you. You won't be hearing me making ringing noises if that's what you're asking.
That's what he's saying. He said, "Let me just set it straight, okay? This space doesn't go."
Can you at least do this?
You tried.
Do this.
Yeah. No, I have my cues. Don't worry.
Good.
You have your cues.
Now, at the end of the show, we have who you like. So you're going to have to come up with a pick not only for yourself.
You got it.
But you
for
need
me
one
too.
for Pilar.
Fish bets for you?
Fish
yeah.
bets for Pilar.
Fish gives
And
Pilar his best
your-
bet,
yep,
and then he takes the second one.
All right,
So we'll
I'm
see
okay
how
with
good
that.
you are with
Yep, and
rugby and Australian rules.
We prefer for it to be something from like New Zealand
or soccer. He was
or
getting the
soccer.
soccer.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll work on it.
All right.
I'll
Perfect.
work on
You
it.
got an hour and 50 minutes and change.
Perfect. And then, of course, we've always got Luke manning all of our social media. So make sure that you are joining
rocking
in
his shorts today.
on the social media. Isn't that nice? Last week it was snowing.
Tomorrow's going to be 80. 80.
Crazy.
80 tomorrow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Luke just said he's coming in naked tomorrow.
Woohoo.
What?
We'll put him on the fish cam then.
Oh, my. So make sure you're hitting us up on our social media at Woodward Sports. And, of course, you can give us a call, 313-552-6322. Please call us. I just want to hear Adam's version of bring, bring. That's the only reason why I want you guys to call. But, of course, in the second hour of the show, we will be getting to our world-famous Get Home with Hall Financial baseball trivia for your chance to win a $100 gift card to either your choice of Lashish or Detroit Wing Company. So get ready to dial it up. All right, Maz, why don't you kick things off on this Monday afternoon with your sports update?
I can. What a great week this is. It's draft week. It's Kentucky Derby week. It's great. We are brought to you by, as always, our good friends at mybookie.ag. Don't forget, use the promo code Woodward and get your free money up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Getaway day matinee from Comerica this afternoon. Tigers and the Royals are in the top of the 7th right now. Oh, they go to the bottom of the 7th. Kansas City out in front 3-2, trying to sweep the Tigers away. Tigers just 7-15 on the year. They've been outscored 12-3. Let me update that now. So they've been outscored 15-5 in this series, and they've lost 4 in a row, 9 of 10, and then it gets even worse. They hit the road for 9 starting tomorrow night. They go to the 3 toughest places in the American League. Chicago to play the White Sox, New York to play the Yankees, and Boston to play the Bo Sox. 3 of the best teams in the league, so it does not get any easier. How about those Padres, though? They spotted the Dodgers a 7-1 lead last night on Sunday Night Baseball. That's what I was watching. I wasn't watching the Oscars. And guess what? San Diego came back with 7 unanswered runs to beat them 8-7 and 11. They took 3 of 4 in the series. Fernando Tatis Jr., his 5th home run in the series. By the way, in case you missed Friday's This Day in Sports, we told you about it. His dad, Fernando Sr., hit 2 grand slams that night in Dodger Stadium against Chandler Park, and his son, Fernando, does it on Friday night. He didn't hit 2 grand slams, but he hit 2 home runs in Dodger Stadium. I mean, that's freaky.
They call him Tater.
Isn't that
Tater
something?
Tatis.
He's amazing.
Hater.
Unbelievable.
And then he
Tater.
hits one on Saturday, and he showboats around. Trevor Bauer kind of tipped his hat to him, and
I
Trevor
love that.
Bauer didn't get mad, which I dig. He's like, bring that stuff on. I like that.
I like that
we
too.
We all like that.
And that squashed the argument where he said, yeah, he hit it off me. I didn't see the first one. He hit it off him again. And he said, yeah, you know what? Guys got to get excited. And for one of the best pitchers in the league come out and say that, I think that brings a joy to the game because that's the excitement, the kid excitement. So
Because what would usually happen, they would throw at somebody next time.
And Bauer says that's soft when you throw at him and stuff like that. And he said, hitting a baseball's a hard thing. You're a professional player. You should have some enjoyment over your accomplishment because you don't accomplish it yet. You know, the best players 3 out of 10 times.
Right.
How about the best hitting pitcher in the majors? That's 31-year-old Madison Bumgarner. You know, he could come up as a pinch hitter at any time, but he threw a complete game, 7-inning no-hitter yesterday against the Diamondbacks. Guess what? It doesn't count in the record books because it was played in a doubleheader and it was played in a 7-inning game. Isn't that what a load of crap that is? They make the game 7 innings. He throws a no-hitter, but it won't count.
See, again, that's why we need asterisks in the rule book. Just because
right,
it explains the story. It's not about deleting it, but if you don't know how the story was navigated, even through the asterisks of the steroid area, whether the pitchers, batters, you should nominate that. That, to me, that's a no-hitter. Little League it is.
No question.
I'm
No
a
question.
firm believer in the asterisk category. I mean, I feel that there'd be a lot of asterisks, you know.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm all for that.
By the way, our Get Home with Hall Financial Trivia, I'll give you guys a hint now. It's going to be on the Tigers, and it's going to be right around the year 2006. I don't know how much more I can give you. on that. So start doing your homework. It's draft week. I told you in the NFL, Lions sitting with pick number 7 Thursday night from Cleveland. Where are we going to be, Mac?
The Delmar, downtown Greektown. The whole Woodward Sports Nation will be down there, along with our very own Joink Bell. Joink Bell. We're going to be excited to watch the Lions trade back.
Come on down and see us if you can. By the way, Pro Football Focus now reporting that the 49ers, this one's for Adam, 49ers are now leaning towards drafting quarterback Trey Lance at pick number 3. The word is, they're going to take Mac Jones. Oh, they're going to take Justin Fields. No. Now, supposedly, Trey Lance will go at number 3 to the 49ers. We'll have plenty more coming up on that. Dallas linebacker Sean Lee calls it a career. He retires after 11 years. Pistons trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. They host Atlanta tonight at LCA. They are last in the East, 11 games left in the season. More record for Steph Curry, by the way. 7 more triples in Golden State's 117-113 win over Sacramento. Did you see this shot, by the way? Put this one up, Easy. Look at this, right? Up, this drive.
Oh,
boom.
my goodness.
That's like a layup for him.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy.
It's like a layup. So he got 7 more trifectas in that game. That gives him the most threes in a calendar month with 85, and it's still going. Got another week left, until Friday. We got the rest of this week, and then how many more is he going to have? He could have 100 by the end of this week.
100?
So 100. Wings with the night off. They lost 3 out of 4 to the Stars. They play in Columbus tomorrow. Just 6 games left. And Mac, ready for this one?
Yep.
NBC Sports bowing out of its NHL coverage starting next year. They've had it since 2005. ESPN's going to be the big dog, so they didn't want to play second fiddle to ESPN. Guess who was going to play second fiddle to ESPN on NHL broadcast, including the Stanley Cup?
USA.
No, that's part of NBC.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
If I had, it's going
What's
to
your
be.
guess?
I feel like it's
TNT?
going to be one of these new.
It's not a new, but they've been
media outlets that we're seeing now, Amazon or Hulu.
No, but it's a good guess though.
TNT.
Yeah, Turner.
Oh, that's a good
Turner.
one.
Yeah.
So ESPN,
Jumping on hockey and
Turner.
wrestling.
But here's the kicker: hockey is
Oh,
not
look,
on a regular
it's
channel.
not on
Again,
wrestling.
here we go.
Right.
It's not on a regular 247 channel anymore. It's back to cable. So if you cut the cord and you don't have Turner, or if you don't have ESPN, you're not going to be able to watch the NHL. So we'll see how that shakes out. We go back to this day in sports. I just want to show you a graphic. Look at this day in 1983. It was the NFL draft in 1983. It was like quarterback You think there's going to be 5 quarterbacks taken this year. But in 1983, it was the big one with John Elway leading the pack. Dan Marino picked later in this draft, and so on and so forth. It was great. All right, let's go to 1993, Easy. 83 wasn't a good year for you, obviously. 1993, there it is. Nonetheless, we'll go back to that. Look at the bottom of that screen. It says Darryl Green, take it at number 32. Or how many
20.
teams? Number 28. There were only 28 teams
I see
back
Dan
then.
Marino right
What's
in
it say
front
at the end of
kick return?
Kick returner.
That's all it says. Darryl Green, kick returner. No, Hall of Famer defensive back. That's what he turns into, isn't it? Read what it says next to Dan Marino when the Dolphins took him.
Surprisingly late
Late pick. What's it say next to John Elway?
pick. It was John
Tops.
Elway. We have to find this.
Tops.
Okay.
May go to Yanks.
You know why he did that, right?
Whoa.
Because Baltimore took him, the Colts. He's like, I'm not playing for you. I'll go play for the Yankees. He signed a contract with the Yankees. He forced them to trade him to Denver.
I like the number 2, Eric Dickerson, top runner.
Top runner. Look how many Hall of Famers. Look how many Hall of Famers in it. All right, now put your earplugs in for this one. This is what they call NSFW. There's a lot of curses in this one. We go back to 1993. Then Kansas City Royals manager Hal McRae used to play for the Royals. He kind of loses it on the reporters.
Brett for Miller with the bases loaded in the 7th.
No, don't ask me all these stupid ass fucking questions. No.
Hal McRae.
All these fucking stupid ass questions every fucking night. Why the fuck would I hit Brett for fucking Miller? Miller started the fucking game. He's playing against left-handed fucking pitchers. Brett is not playing against left-handed pitchers. Why the fuck would I bat for Miller? You think I'm a goddamn fool? I'm tired of all these
Oh my
ass
God,
questions
he's
every
gonna
night.
hurt somebody. What is
Stay
wrong
out
with
here asking all these dumb ass questions. Excuse me. Sucker.
He's in his
Ask
underwear,
me
by
that
the way.
stupid ass shit every motherfucking
He
night.
hit somebody.
Look at these reporters, what they look like.
I'm not taking no shit off. You guys, I'm not taking no shit off the fucking players. I'm sick and tired. I'm fed up with every fucking thing. No shit from you guys, no shit from you fucking players. And they can do any motherfucking thing they want to
Is that
do.
liquor?
I'm sick and tired of all this bullshit. Now, put that in your fucking pipe and smoke.
Was it a half gallon of liquor in his hand?
I think it was water, but my question is, who in the office is most likely to go
Try to be fucking nice and courteous, and you cocksuckers take advantage of it. Get the fuck away. That's what I get for trying to be a fucking nice guy. You try
That's
to
what
be
he gets for
I
trying to be
get
a
you,
nice
Hal.
guy.
Fucking right.
Oh,
Some days
Hal
shit all
McRae.
over us. Trying to be a nice guy.
Praise. I mean, that's
He
Hal McRae.
caught somebody in the face.
You know
Yeah.
what that probably was? Is the cord of the phone slapping across the room like a whip.
Yeah. That was the
I don't
Royals.
even know what to say
I put a
right
sign on the
now.
door, enter at own risk.
The Royals had a bad day
Clearly.
that day.
You think?
That'll wrap up this day in sports for right now.
Whoa. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we've got our big hook of the day, and also we've got D-Max PGA and NASCAR wrap-up. So stick around. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
So what's up? My name is Sean Baligian. Glad to be a part of Baligian and Bell every day at 11. I'm the guy that gets pissed off at all the stupid sports fans out there.
What up, though? I'm Drake Bell here on the Baligian and Bell show here at Woodward Sports Network. Tap into the energetic Sean and the calm, smooth Drake Bell.
Bridge Street Exchange, downtown Fenton. I'm trying to find me a shirt. Ooh, look at these swimming shorts.
Going back to 3-cam?
What are you doing over there, Stick?
I'm trying to find me a drink.
You want to do the
Ooh,
RV one?
look at these bonfire bitters.
Ready for
I'm going to
summer.
you.
Let's go.
This is the perfect time to learn a trade and start a new career.
That looked
Learn
like me
more
the other
about
day.
their 10.5 months hands-on HVAC program at northwesterntech.edu. Northwestern Tech, the HVAC school that works. All right, friends, welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. All right, it's Monday. You know what that means. It is time to recap what happened over the weekend. So let's get to D-Max, PGA, and NASCAR weekend wrap-up.
Second base! First or last, baby! You know!
Well, I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence.
Absolutely, you and I both, Ricky Bobby. Now, if we saw what happened this weekend, yes, folks, we not only won, but Rochester Hills' very own number 2, Brad Keselowski.
I called it.
Made us money. Yeah, there he is. Swinner with American flag, which is good that he always does. What with this victory, he ties Jeff Gordon and Dale Earnhardt Jr. in second place with 6 victories at the Speedway in Talladega. Second to 10 by Dale Earnhardt Sr., but this locks Brad into the playoffs. Big win, disappointing season by his all accounts, but came down at crunch time. Obviously, Joey Logano, if you watch the game, watch the race, was out early, but his car went up and over, and Bubba Wallace, boom, underneath him. So they were flying around there, but paycheck went up now. So that's congratulations to Brad, and that's our winners of the weekend.
How about that?
Yeah.
What about your PGA picks?
Again, Eazy, I appreciate you bringing it back. Now, for anybody who had, I believe it was Mark Leishman and Cam Smith, congratulations. They won the Zurich 2. Man, the reason we're not getting happy is because we didn't win. But we ended up with a $50 profit this week. Anybody who follows along will be re-picking next week. And to your answer, Eazy, is because I don't like losers. And the golf was the loser. So stay tuned to Wednesday for this week's golf picks. I will do better.
That's right. And that's all we can ask
But we
for.
won. Yeah, but you win one out of 2,
Better.
it's all good. That's the beauty of it, right? Is looking at some of these odds where if you look at William Byron finished second, Michael McDowell, who won earlier this year, and these guys are going off of 5,000 and 6,000 plus points and up there in the top 5. So, I mean, there's value in NASCAR for anybody who wants it.
You did good. Plus 1,200
yeah.
on Brad. You'll never see that again.
No.
All right, guys, there you have it. It is time for us to get to our hook of the day. All right, so Chris Sims from Pro Football Focus has released his latest draft board. If you guys follow him on Twitter, you guys can see it there, or you can see it here on our very own board.
Look at that board.
Craziness is circulating around on his page is because he put Zach Wilson as the #1 quarterback on his board over Trevor Lawrence. Are we calling him crazy, or are we believing something that he sees that we're not seeing? Although I just want to remind everybody, remember Trevor Lawrence did have shoulder surgery, and we haven't really seen him play since that. So
we're calling him consistent, Chris Sims, as Maz has alluded to. Consistent in his pick, and I'll let Maz allude to it, because this is the way Chris Sims has him. Before you jump off the ledge and go, "What are you talking about? That's crazy." I'll let Maz explain. But there's on that list, there's somebody I want to point out to that sort of worries me a lot more.
We're going to go back to that list in a bit, but on Chris Sims, there's a guy, he believes what he says, and that's what he does. He's found dad was a quarterback. Phil Sims, obviously, he played quarterback a long time in the NFL as well. Not as successful as his dad, but the kid is good, man. He knows his stuff, and he went on with Rich Eisen about a month ago, and he backs his stuff up. Give a listen to this.
How much of the name Zach Wilson have you heard on social media and on your phone in the last week?
Well,
Chris,
I mean, not as much as you're an idiot, you're stupid, you only have this job because your dad, all of those. I mean,
Yeah.
So I've been criticized, of course, and it's same old, same old. It's like rinse, cycle, repeat for me with this conversation. I took the same crap last year when I said Herbert was better than Tua. So Zach Wilson, again, I think what everybody takes away from it more than anything is they think it's an indictment on Trevor Lawrence, and it's not. Trevor Lawrence is awesome. I love it. He's worthy of being the #1 pick. It's the last thing I wrote on my sentence. This guy's a baller. He's definitely worthy of the #1 pick. I wrote that in my notes. Only thing is I think just Zach Wilson's better. I think Zach Wilson has Mahomes and Rodgers-ish type qualities about his game. First off, he's a more consistent thrower to me, Rich, than Trevor Lawrence. And I just mean there's a 10-yard out, a 15-yard comeback, a 20-yard in cut. He will consistently hit the bullseye more than Lawrence. But I think what it takes it to the other level for me is when there is nothing there and everybody is covered at BYU, he does have that magician-like quality like a Mahomes or Rodgers to buy time and then throw a 30-yard laser, all over the field, whether he's jumping in the air, throwing across his body, can't move in the pocket. So I knew Zach Wilson was talented. I'm a casual college football watcher on Saturdays, but I was blown away with what I saw in film. I didn't go into it going, I'm going to shake up the draft world and put him #1 over Trevor Lawrence. I had Burrow won last year. I had Kyler Murray won the year before that. This is one that just really jumped out to me, and I'm excited about what I saw from Zach Wilson.
So let's
there you go. That's his guy. He's sticking with him, and look at his board. He's got Zach Wilson, Trevor Lawrence, Mac Jones, Kellen Mond, who Adam said, what the hell is he doing up there? Then Trey Lance and Justin Fields. Adam, I want to ask you something. Kellen Mond at #4 over Trey Lance and Justin Fields. I'll let you just tackle that number.
I mean, what are you looking for from me on this one?
Well,
I think it's ridiculous. Kellen Mond is a one-year starter.
Maybe start there.
Kellen Mond is a Texas A&M quarterback who played pretty poorly in a down year in the SEC. I'm not sure why and we're evaluating them as prospects. You have to remember this. You're not just going on, he looks really good. No. What is his ceiling? Trey Lance, out of everyone in the draft right now, is probably the biggest mystery. I think we all know what Mac Jones is and what he can be, which isn't that great. And then you have your Zach Wilson, who can be a superstar. You have your Trevor Lawrence, obviously, and even Justin Fields, who have high character intangibles. I don't see anything in Kellen Mond that he should be over Justin Fields, let alone Trey Lance.
All right, well, that's one man's opinion, right?
Right. And the other thing that he's got in there, too, is that he's got Trey Lance over Justin Fields.
Yeah,
that's the other thing that's kind of raising an eyebrow.
Well, I think that when you throw Kellen Mond in there, that's just another conversation piece for now. There's 6 guys, and there's also like a Kyle Trask who's out there supposed to go second or third round. The one that Eazy, if you put that list back up again, the one that I'm interested in is when you go to offensive lineman down at the bottom left, and obviously Penei Sewell is number one. But the other name that we've heard about exclusively is Rashawn Slater out of Northwestern. Why is he number 5 prospect, right? Which, because now that's, if I'm looking as a Detroit Lion fan, who are the guys and where are they ranked that I think will have a chance to get? Obviously, look at the wide receivers, while, you know, Jamar Chase, Devonta Smith, and then, you know, Jalen Waddle or Yami Brown, whatever like this, that's a preference. But it's more interesting because I think it's going to be a lineman if Detroit chooses that they don't trade back, that one of those offensive linemen will be there, but which is the right one?
Right.
We're going to have Dave Burkett join us in a few minutes, so we'll find out what he thinks the Lions are going to be doing.
Yeah, I'll tell you what's really going to make things interesting. We've already said the number 4 spot with Atlanta is going to be, it's up for grabs. So that's going to certainly shake things up in the draft. See what either they trade that pick or who they end up taking. But then Cincinnati's at 5. Everybody's expecting Cincinnati to go and take a wide receiver, right? Because Burrow needs somebody to obviously throw to more weapons. What if they decide, hey, let's protect our quarterback. Let's get him extra protection around that knee.
That was the original pick. They thought Penei Sewell was going to Cincy.
So
then,
what
of course, the big guy comes in. Kyle Pitts comes out of nowhere. So we'll see. I mean, you let that guy go? I don't know.
There's a lot that can happen between. Well, I think if the Falcons stay at 4, they're going to take Pitts. But there's a lot to happen in 4, 5, 6, those 3 spots before we get to pick. That's going to really change the outcome of what the Detroit Lions end up doing. So definitely excited to get Dave Burkett's thoughts on this. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will have Dave Burkett, Free Press Lions beat writer, joining us. So don't go anywhere. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
We are here, downtown Fenton, my favorite Bridge Street Exchange.
That's right. And you want to switch up your wardrobe this summer? It's this easy. Ready, Joey?
I'm ready.
All right, you ready? I like it. You want to do it again?
Yeah, let's do it again.
All right. Ooh, Brixton. Nice. One more time?
Yes.
Ooh, I like the hat on this one, too. You ready to do it one more time, Joey?
I'm getting tired. One last one.
All right, let's change it. Bro, where's your shirt? You need new clothes this summer. Bridge Street Exchange in Fenton. That's where you need to go. Thank you, guys.
Hey, guys, it's Tom Mazawey for Hall Financial. Have you checked your mortgage lately? If it's more than 3%, you better call Hall Financial right away and ask for a free 5-minute checkup. Hall Financial is fast. They do all the heavy lifting for you. So give DavidHallMortgage.com a try and get started. If you're paying more than 3%, you're paying too much. Make the call. Tell them Woodward Sports sent you. Remember, Hall Financial, lower payments, better options, more personal attention.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. All right, guys, it is draft week. We have all been waiting for this week. We're only days away from the 2021 NFL Draft. So joining us, we've got Detroit Lions beat writer Dave Burkett joining us. Hey, Dave, welcome to the show.
How are you?
Hey, Dave.
Hi, Dave.
How's everything going today, guys?
We're doing great, man. How's draft week? Are you
Excited
done?
Draft week.
You had Lions 4.0 last week. Is that your final one?
I'll probably drop one on draft day.
Attaboy.
Just any latest rumblings and rumors, and so there's probably one more coming.
No.
Trying to sort through all the smoke right now.
That's right.
Yeah.
My first question for you, Dave, is did you learn anything, change your opinion, pick up any little tidbit from the press conference before the weekend from Brad Holmes or direction as far as where this team might be thinking? Because he threw out, in my opinion, everything that needed to be thrown out as a capable, confident, competent general manager. As I don't have an idea what's going on at 7 right now. So that means you're doing a great job, I would expect. But did you pick, because you're there all the time, did you pick up anything?
Yeah, I think those guys are taught, right? Like, it's the pre-GM school. Like, hey, you can say a lot without saying anything. And so I think that's really what what Brad did. I mean, I thought it was, maybe a very small bit insightful when I, asked him about his appetite for, risk and what he's looking for, I guess, in players. And he talked a little bit about wanting to have, complete confidence in the pick. And so maybe, he's not, especially first draft pick and that high, you don't quite want to roll the dice. It's better to hit, that bases clearing double than swing for the fences on the first pick. But I think by and large, those sessions, you don't gain anything of real importance.
Dave Burkett joins us, Free Press, a Lions beat writer. Dave, fill us in for 4.0. Just go over everything again with us. What do you see shaking out in the early part of that round and up to pick number 7?
Yeah, look, I mean, my thoughts haven't changed a whole lot from really the get-go on this. I mean, I think quarterbacks are going to go high, right? And we all know quarterbacks are going to go with the first 3 picks. I'm still a believer right now that Mac Jones is going to be number 3. Obviously, I know the reports that they're deciding between Mac Jones and Trey Lance, but I think Mac Jones is going 3. And just from talking to some people over the weekend, I think there's a really good chance that quarterbacks go with the first 4 picks, and whether that's to Atlanta or somebody else. And if that's the case, that still leaves the Lions in position to get one of the 3 players that I think are sort of in that consensus next group, best non-quarterbacks available, and that's Kyle Pitts, Jamar Chase, and Penei Sewell. I had him taking Penei Sewell just because I think those other teams, Cincy and Miami, really want skill players for their young quarterbacks. I could see Cincy going offensive tackle, which might leave a Jamar Chase for the Lions, but ultimately, I think that's where things stand. I still can't completely rule a quarterback out for the Lions. I don't, the signs are not pointing to them taking one, as much as I think that would be the right move. But right now, I think they're going to grab an offensive player or a trade down is completely possible too.
Dave, last week you wrote a real good story on Rashawn Slater and how he says, I'm the best tackle out there, and you had me sold on him. Then I look at Chris Sims' draft rankings. Listen to this, man. He's got Sewell first, then he's got Darisaw from Va-Tech second, then he's got Landon Dickerson from Bama, then he's got Tucker from USC, Slater at 5th, Jenkins at 6th. What the hell, man? What's going on? Who's the best?
Look, it's part of the mystery of the draft, right? Is that every scout, every evaluator sees, players and positions different. And I think I think that's probably a little too far down for Slater. And, I was talking or texting with, someone the other day, and I asked them, are you a Slater guy or a Sewell guy, right? And they're Slater. He was a Slater guy. He thinks Slater's the best offensive tackle in the draft. And so I think, he's a very safe pick. Can play right tackle, can play right guard, maybe he can play left tackle. You could plug him and play him right away. I just don't think he has quite the upside of a Penei Sewell. And, given the other, the makeup of the Lions offensive line, I think taking Sewell and gambling on his greatness, knowing that he's got a pretty high floor himself would be the right thing to do.
Now, Dave, the one thing going back to the press conference is that I realize is that Brad Holmes used a cornerback as an example. Now, is it okay by me to think that for sure we're not going to take a cornerback? We don't have to worry about last year where anything like that, but the fact that the offense, they know what they have to build around, and this will determine which direction that they go? Like, will we be able to see sort of their game plan by the first choice, or will we need to sort of the whole draft to play out?
I think number 4 is really the pivot point, in the draft, because I think the first 3 we all know are quarterbacks, and then really it's, do the Falcons want an offensive player, a skill guy? Do they want an offensive tackle? Are they going to take a quarterback? Or are they going to trade down? That to me is where maybe we get a little indication of where things are headed for the Lions. And look, as for the cornerback, I was really off the cornerback train too, but the listening to Brad talk and sort of him describe the type of player that he wants, I don't think the Lions take a defensive player at 7, but the only defensive player really I could see in the mix for them at that point is the Alabama cornerback Patrick Surtain. So again, I don't think that's happening, but he's the defensive player with the fewest warts and that checks off the most boxes for the Lions.
So Dave, just a quick, is there a somebody that goes at 4 to the Bengals or to Atlanta is it best for the Lions if they choose a quarterback, or if they took Kyle Pitts or did something else? Is there a best scenario to put Detroit at 7 into a great situation? Has anybody thought about that? Like, if they went off the board, or is it good if 4 quarterbacks go in a row?
I think it probably is. I mean, look, just that way. Here, the thing is, right, you need elite players at some point. And maybe if only 3 quarterbacks go, maybe there's a better chance the Lions can trade down. But, who knows how far they want to go down, or who knows how far a guy like Justin Fields would fall. So, to me, you get those 4 quarterbacks going, that means you're getting one of Jamar Chase, Kyle Pitts, Penei Sewell. And, again, just the balance of the feedback that I've gotten is, people seem to love those prospects, and those would be the 3 best non-quarterbacks available. And given the Lions, the holes on their roster and their really the need that they have to draft anywhere, I think that's best for them. But, if you're in that trade camp, maybe it is best to have 2 of those quarterbacks left at number 7.
Dave, how important do you think, when people are drafting and also when analysts are making their mock drafts, how important are scheme fits versus just, hey, this is a really naturally talented player?
It certainly plays into the mix. I mean, teams that may favor one scheme defensively in particular over another, or teams that may be looking for, let's say, a speed element on the outside at receiver versus, a big guy or a possession guy or a slot guy. I mean, all that factors into it. I've sort of used the term with the Lions here that it's a positionless draft, though, because I think they are so young in the building process that they could really take anything or anyone. They have so many guys on 1-year contracts, and really, Brad has a blank canvas of sorts to work with. And so he can build this roster. They can build this team however they want, and at least they say they're willing to fit their schemes around the guys that they have. So I think that is important, but maybe a little bit less so to the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
Dave Burkett, Lions Free Press beat writer, joins us here on The Hook. Dave, these players that sat out last year, you got the 2 big offensive linemen, Penei Sewell and Slater. They sat out. You have Jamar Chase. He sat out. How are they looking at these kids? I mean, that's a year off of football. I remember, and when the Lions have, of course, nightmares about Mike Williams. I know these guys aren't Mike Williams, but that's a guy that took a year off as well. It kind of plays in, doesn't it?
That's a good point. I totally forgot about the Mike Williams comparison, but I think you're right about that. No, I mean, I think, by and large, people, it was a different year, and sure, you'd love to have, more tape, more data on these guys to sort of figure out how, they're willing to, draft. But no, I think, look, ultimately, you have to evaluate the guys for what they did. And so many of the top prospects there are, they're opt-out guys. Jamar Chase, Penei Sewell, Rashawn Slater. There's so many players that opted out at some point in the season that you sort of just have to roll the dice a little bit, trust your evaluation on whether, that player can become an elite player in the NFL, and then, make the best judgment that you have with that. You wouldn't rule somebody out just because he opted out of the season.
Hey, on Pro Football Focus, we were going to talk about this. I might as well bring it up to you. They've got the Lions as the worst roster heading into the draft. They've got the Raiders, Panthers, Jags, Texans, and then Lions. Lions bringing up the rear at 32. Do you agree with that?
No, I don't think they have a great roster by any means, but worse, that might be a little bit of a stretch. I mean, look, who knows what's going on with Deshaun Watson, right? I mean, Houston to me could be, awful next year, especially if Deshaun Watson isn't on the field.
They beat us by like 30 on Thanksgiving, Dave.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
They don't got Will Fuller in the fourth.
With Matthew Stafford and a couple other players.
Yeah. Fair point. All right, maybe I'm wrong.
It's okay, man.
But no, I I think they're, again, I don't think they're very good, but to me, the Lions are like a, they're like a 5-win team, a 6-win team, right? I don't think they're like a 2-15 team. So I would put the Jets and the Jags and the Texans. I would put those teams up there too. I don't think the Bears roster is all that great. So Lions, I don't see much hope for them in 2021, but I don't think they're worse than the NFL either.
Hey, Dave, it's Eazy. I wanted to ask, with Brad Holmes making the comment about there being handfuls of blue chip players in the conference last week, it sounds like trading back is the goal to me when I hear that. What teams do you look as trade partners for us in this draft still?
Well, yeah, look, I don't know if that means, trading back, or it just means he's, couching it because, hey, if we don't have one of those three guys there, we'd be okay taking one of those Bama receivers too, or maybe there's somebody else off the board. But trade certainly possible, and I think, they would like that if the offer was right. 9, Denver, if they want to make sure they get a quarterback, that's certainly a spot. The Patriots at 15, even though, that it doesn't seem quite like Bill Belichick to jump up and grab a quarterback, but it's been a different year for him. I could certainly see them as a mover. I think Washington at 19 is going to be a little too far for both teams. There's been some rumors out there about the Chargers wanting Sewell, wanting an offensive lineman to block for Herbert. So maybe that's another spot. But I would say 15 is probably about as far down as the Lions go.
I want you to write about the Patriots tomorrow for me. Patriots-Lions combo here, Dave. Back in the day, obviously, we would give these guys whatever the hell they wanted. They would give us like a 7th-round pick. I think it's time for payback now. They need a quarterback. They move up to number 7. We move to their position and maybe grab a linebacker. First of all, what linebacker do you prefer in that group? And do you think there's a possibility of a deal between the Patriots and Lions?
Yeah, you can't rule that out, right? I mean, again, if a team is coming up, more likely than not, it's for the quarterback, and the Patriots need a quarterback. And, whether that's a young guy like a Trey Lance or, who knows, maybe it was a Mac Jones that falls that would, his intelligence would seem to fit what Belichick wants to do. Maybe they're there. So if the Lions move to 15, I mean, Micah Parsons is still the most talented cornerback in the draft. He's got a few off-field, things that I think teams would have to be sure about drafting him, and so I don't know how his Zoom conversations went with the Lions, but he would be the linebacker. Jamin Davis from Kentucky, I think he would check a lot of boxes too. Owusu-Koramoah from Notre Dame, that's another guy that can fly around. I just don't know if the Lions would view him as he's 220 pounds, how well they would think he could hold up in the NFL. Maybe he's a safety in their eyes. I don't know the answer to that. But I think there's 3 pretty good linebackers that will go in the middle of the first round.
Last thing, Dave, quarterback for the Lions. Do you think they take one in this draft somewhere on this board?
Quarterback, you said?
Yes, a QB.
Yeah, if they don't take it at 7, I don't see why they would take him later. I mean, you have 2 young quarterbacks and Tim Boyle and David Blau that are sort of your backups to Goff. This comes down to if you have questions about whether Jared Goff is your quarterback of the future, and I don't know why the Lions would be sold on that at some point, right now, then you have to evaluate the other quarterbacks in the class and say, do I think that guy can be my long-term starter here, the long-term answer at the quarterback position, have star potential? If you answer yes to that, and that guy is there at 7, you take him.
Yep.
If you answer no, if you don't think any of the quarterbacks that are there at 7 can be that guy for you, then you pass, and you have a guy in Jared Goff who can at least be a bridge for a year or two. So if they don't take one at 7, I don't know why they would take one later, because they already have, quality, capable at least, backups in-house.
Where are you going to be on Thursday?
I think I'll be down in Cleveland for the draft. I'm still,
right.
We're still, trying to finalize plans a little bit. And there's not quite as much access as there has been in years past, but yeah, probably I'll probably be down in Cleveland for the draft.
Have a great time, man. We appreciate your time. We'll look for Dave Burkett 5.0 coming up by Thursday morning in the Free Press.
Thanks, Burkett.
You got it, guys. We'll talk to you.
All
Thanks,
right.
Dave.
Dave Burkett,
Good one.
Detroit Free Press, Lions beat. Always good to catch up with him. So he says, if that quarterback, we've been talking about it, if you don't believe in Goff, and I think they do, Then you grab them you grab your QB at 7. And they're going to take that Tim Boyle. Tim Boyle, man, he's like the guy that the people just love talking about. This guy as a second string quarterback.
You never thought I'd get Cher out here. Come on, I went to Cher too.
Yep.
Hey, I want to know.
I completely lost where the hell I was going.
I know, it was hard. It was hard to really, because you were actually saying something with substance, but this year really just wanted to party. You know what I'm saying? This year really just wanted to jump in on the
Anybody
Cher.
else wondering why the fishbowl was steaming up during that call? Was Adam steaming in there?
He was steaming.
I mean, it was Willie Beeman.
Either that or falling asleep. I couldn't tell.
I don't know, but Adam Morency thought he'd be steaming in there. No, but there might have been something. I can't really see. Joey popped out and said that they were cleaning the fishbowl. That's what it was.
I'll tell you what has me steaming, though, guys, is that Pro Football Focus has got us listed as a 32nd dead last team going into the draft.
That's perfect.
I mean, no.
Expectations are low. We're only
clearly,
going up.
But are people forgetting the Houston Texans? They don't have a first or second round pick. Their first pick is in the 3rd round at
they
pick
beat us by 30.
Pilar, that's how the world sees us. Pilar.
They potentially don't have a quarterback right now.
It doesn't matter. That's how
the
bad
only thing they have are running backs.
Us.
They've got David Johnson and Mark Ingram as a running back. Other than that, they don't have any real receivers. They don't have an offensive line. They don't have anything.
They don't have J.J. Watt.
They have nothing. Nothing in defense. They were already terrible to begin with last year for the defense. They just became even worse because now they don't even have, like you said, J.J. Watt for motivation or hope or anything. This is...
You're getting upset because you're not
Houston
31st
Texans.
or 30th.
I'm just saying.
Come on, man. You are a Talladega Nights fan. If you ain't first, you're last.
But
right.
when you're really last, when they're ranking
There's
you
only
last,
one way to go.
And that's up. But
right. So hopefully the league doesn't expand and we're good.
We aren't absolutely worse. We're not, pond scum down at the bottom of everything. We're close.
Pilar.
We're muddy water, but we're not going what? I'm defending the Detroit Lions.
What were you doing last Thanksgiving? What were you doing? Did you watch the game?
I did.
Okay.
But this is going into the draft.
Who won?
Not us.
Not us.
They buried the Lions.
I understand that.
So they're better than the Lions.
Yes.
But they had more last year than what they do going into
they had a couple of players.
The draft. It says bottom
players.
5 rosters ahead.
I'm not going to hang my hat
draft.
on arguing about being the worst or the second worst.
We're not the worst.
Well, who cares? Prove it. Good. We got a long way to go.
I mean, I think we're
so
probably
make a
better
bet.
than the Panthers.
Who's going to make a better,
If Christian McCaffrey was not on the Carolina Panthers, I would say we are better than the Carolina Panthers.
I don't know about that.
That's it. Oh, I do.
I like being the worst.
We're not.
Yeah, we got to be the worst.
The Panthers beat us with a backup quarterback.
That's right, an XFL quarterback.
Oh, yeah, P.J. Walker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they beat us easy.
That's embarrassing. But I'm saying now, I feel like what we have now, and I'm not saying that
we
Jared
don't have
Goff
nothing
is
now.
the.
We
I'm
don't
not
have
saying that
nothing
Jared
yet.
Goff
Next week.
is the.
Next.
Yeah, we're okay.
On Friday. Friday
sure.
we can.
Friday's going to be a good day for us.
Friday we can argue your point.
Where are we going to be on Thursday?
We're not.
Thursday night, 7 o'clock, the Delmar down in Greektown. The whole crew and Joint Bell. Joint Bell. Yes.
All right, guys.
What up,
let
Joe?
us know your thoughts. Do you think we're really dead last going into this draft?
Yeah.
I mean, no.
Even on here, we're garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Credit is earned, and we made Mitch Trubisky a Pro Bowler. Pathetic.
That's right.
You're the worst.
Trubisky's
Walter
unbeaten.
says, Pilar, save your blood pressure. Don't worry about the media when it comes to the Lions. You're right. I feel that the media is a little too hard on the Lions.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, guys. Social media doesn't really have much for us either. But all right, guys, when we come back, we're going to get to the good, the bad, and the ugly. So stick around. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. And at Hall Financial, we treat our clients like family. And our number one priority is giving each of our clients 5-star service. Our passion for 5-star service, combined with our expertise, allows us to find the best possible solution for refinancing your home loan. We take the time to focus on both the individual and the numbers. We're going to walk you through the process and close your loan in half the time of our competition. Go to davidhallmortgage.com today.
What's up, guys? D-Mac here for 8 Mile Vodka. Remember, it's not the what, it's the who. It's the guys behind this, and the stuff inside, if you so choose to do it, is exceptional, I've heard. Why? Because it's Detroit distilled. Yes. Single 90-liter batches. Optimal quality control and care. Carbon filtered, aerated bottles. Perfect time to produce a subtle taste with smooth finish and a character all its own. Pilar tells me that's what you're looking for in your cocktail. Exceptional premium vodka. Don't take my word for it. Go down to Myers or down to the Del Mar for the party on Thursday night in Greektown. All the boys will be there. You can taste it too. 8 Mile Vodka. It's not the what, it's the who.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. It is time for us to get to the good, the bad, and the ugly.
By the way, ugly, the Tigers are losing still. 3-2 in the ninth. Royals going for the sweep.
You know what? Why do we have to be the worst team in baseball, too?
They are the worst offense I've ever laid eyes on.
I hate saying we're the worst at anything.
But it's true.
But it's true on
I was
this
there
one.
Friday night, and it was ugly, and it got uglier as the weekend went on.
Ugh.
You got the good, bad, and ugly opening, Easy? There,
All right.
Play it on.
Why do I gotta be the ugly?
Poor Maz. You're not. We crossed it out. It's not ugly. Very nice. I'm going to start off with...
The Maz. It goes, they crossed it out. It was just the and Maz.
Thank you. Maz. Anyways, that's great. Thank you, Ben. Anyways, I'm going to start off with my good, bad, and ugly of the weekend. Obviously, the good has to be the great. Not only when you cha-cha-ching in on your bet, but when it's your buddy and it's a guy from Michigan, Rochester Hills. My good goes to, there it is, with the blue light in his hand and the American flag, Mr. Brad Keselowski. There, gotta love the burnouts. Talladega, man, NASCAR, you guys suck. UFC, you suck. Wrestling, you suck for not. PGA, you suck for not letting us play videos. Anyways, the good, the bad. Well, Maz was just talking about it, and I thought Uncle Luke would put together just exactly. It's the Tigers and their offense and their bats and everything. And look at that. Offensive struggles. 205 batting average, 621 like that is so garbage right there, bottom of the barrel. That's the bad. Now the ugly. Now I want you guys at home, because this is very important. When ugly things happen and we don't want to watch it, we're going to nurture it here, and I got your back. So the ugly, if you saw Chris Weidman broke his leg with a kick, right there, as you can see it, and I just want you to know that's how bad it is, but I put the face up there. As you can see, play it again, Easy. Can we play it again? So you see this young gentleman take a kick, and as he kicked him, he broke it, but it's so bad that you get the gist of it. But I don't want anybody out there, if you want, go to UFC, or you can, everybody else is playing the gore, but
Yes.
reminds me of Anderson Silva doing that before, or my buddy Jason Kendall, who's the catcher for Pittsburgh and Oakland. He did that at first base one time. Talking to him about it, was the worst injury ever. So
Gross.
that's my good and bad and ugly. Maz, you're in on this game, aren't you?
Yeah,
I just want to point out, Darren Dink is loving the face on there for the. That's how we censor things.
That,
with
hey,
D-Max
you know,
face.
hey, you know what?
Amazing.
Dink,
Amazing.
You know how I kick the dog and pet the dog? You give Easy props on that one. That's an Easy production along
That's
with the
a good
commercial.
one.
That's producing, Easy. That's producing, kid. Even Dink gives you the shout out.
Oh, you're in good hands then. You're in good hands. My good, I'm going to start with, I'm a baseball guy, so I'm pushing baseball on the young people. It's a great sport, folks. Watch the Dodgers and the Padres if you want to see great baseball. They took over the weekend again. Padres came back from 7-1 down in the 7th last night to win it. Fernando Tatis is my guy. It's everybody's guy. I mean, this kid has taken over baseball. 5 home runs in the series. Matter of fact, he had 3 in a row. He's the first shortstop in Dodger Stadium history to hit 3 home runs in a row at that stadium, which has never been done in all the years at Chavez Ravine.
Oh, you didn't mention that he picked on old Matt Stafford's best friend in Clayton Kershaw.
He beat up Kershaw twice on Friday, and then got Trevor Bauer on the next at-bat on Saturday. Last night he got one as well.
Now remember, this is Fernando Tatis. We talked about probably a month ago that he signed that huge 10-year deal to stay in San Diego.
Yep.
He's all about it. We were giving him props, and look at what happens. You do good things, people, pure intentions, good things happen.
Like I was telling you, that's the good. It's very good. The bad on the baseball side are our Detroit Tigers. I was there Friday night, and this is what I don't like. I do not like the Detroit Tigers mask policy. I'm sitting in the stands. I'm literally there with my buddy Ethan. We have the section to ourselves behind home plate, upper deck, first row, and there's no one else in our row. All the seats are sanctioned off. They're all rubber banded off. It was even, you see those, how many people are there? We had just 2 people were in our section. And the usher came down to make us put our face masks on, to put our masks on. We're the only people in the section. And then he went to another section, asked somebody to put their masks on. Those people weren't as kind as Ethan and I. They said a couple of words to him. They went at it. Before you know it, those people left the ball game. Look, I'm all for wearing masks when you're around people. I'm with you. If you're sitting at a ball game, don't ask me to wear my mask if there's no one else around. Please. Please. Wait till summer hits. You think people are going to wear a mask when it's 90 degrees out? No one will go to the games. No one will buy. I bought a $40 T-shirt on Friday. Don't you want me to buy you my $40 T-shirts?
Well,
Let me go to the game.
Can you still buy your $40 T-shirt and just follow the rules? Hopefully by this summer, the pandemic will be a little bit more under control.
Follow the rules.
And
There's no one around.
But the rules are the rules.
I'm outside.
I know, but the rules are the rules.
The rules
you have
suck.
to wear, but the rules were apparently from the fact that the usher had to go tell you to put your mask on, or that you have to wear your mask while you're at these sporting events. What if you sneeze and you get all your germs?
There's
all
no
over?
one around.
Yeah, but what if somebody else comes and and their little kid sits there after you?
No one's
leave?
sitting there.
But
They
what if
clean
somebody
the seats.
does?
We got to switch Maz's graphic to the bag. He's a bad boy, not following the rules.
You're bad.
I
Living life on
follow the
edge there,
rules.
Maz.
I'm at a baseball game, and I didn't mind putting it on because it was cold. So it kept me warm. But don't ask me to put. I'm not putting it on in the summer. I'm not putting it on.
Walter says, Maz, how can I say this? If you want to enjoy these events, you have to hire by the rules. You do. And
Stick,
then Tammy
help
says,
me out,
Maz,
Stick.
the ushers are just doing their job.
I know that. I'm
It's
not
their
mad at
job.
the usher. I'm not mad at the usher. I'm
You're just mad at the
Tigers
situation.
rule. Stick, help me.
If I can go to a restaurant and sit 3 feet away from another table without my mask, I should be able to sit in an open stadium without
But are
my
you
mask.
screaming? Are you screaming?
Yeah.
I'm not screaming.
You never had dinner with me,
You're
Pilar.
screaming.
There's nothing. Hold on.
You're not
There's
screaming.
nothing to scream about.
We're talking about There's nothing to scream about. It's Tigers, yeah.
I think we scream more in this show than there is to scream about
By
at
the way,
game.
bottom of the ninth now.
Policy.
3-2 Royals.
Yeah, the rules are the rules. We all hate the rules, but we got to follow them. I agree.
No.
Tammy says we all hate the rules. We do. We hate the rules,
Come on,
but
guys.
we got to follow them.
We're in a stadium. When I tell you, me and Ethan were the only people in the section. There was
an
no one to
outdoor
the
stadium,
right,
too.
no one to the left, no one behind us.
I know, but the rules are the rules. You can't get mad at it. The rules are the rules. It's either that or
Don't go to
you
the
don't
game.
get to go to the games.
Fine.
Yeah, there
Hey,
you go.
I mean, it's like if you want to do the no shirts, no shoes, no service,
That's
no
right.
mask.
No
I mean,
mask.
so don't go.
no
Watch
mask,
it on-
no come in.
Pay $20 online for the $40 T-shirt and watch it at home.
There you go.
I looked online, by the way, before I bought that $40 T-shirt, and it was more online, so I got a good deal.
Ooh,
There you
nice.
go.
My friend
Way
had
to go.
20% off,
But
so
you
I had
had
no
to wear a
choice but
mask
take
to
it.
go get it.
I did,
Ah.
and I didn't mind
Sacrifice.
because it was like
worth
40.
$60 to not wear a mask to sit home and to swear at him, or no, go there.
Anyway.
And notice Matt said he wasn't kicked out. He adhered by.
I didn't hear by
That's
the
right.
rules.
You do
Other
it,
people
right?
left. They just didn't want
Well-
to deal with it. Wait till the summer comes.
And
It's going to be ugly.
well, and hopefully
Well,
by
hopefully the rules will
summertime,
cha-
the
policy will
rules will
change.
change.
Maybe I'll go
by
to
then.
Texas
We'll
and go to
have-
the Rangers game.
Well, that's
They let 100. They let 42,000 people in.
Right, that's policy.
and you might see
So
them
get the
actually
policy
win.
to
You might
change.
see the Rangers actually
They stink
win.
too. By the way, my
Not
ugly,
as bad as us.
my ugly is Darren's bad. It's the Tigers. Put their numbers up again. By the way, put the little crappy thing up. Who made that? By the way, was that Luke? Luke, great job on the little diddly do stuff there. Stick, do you see
I
this?
asked him,
How
hey,
cute
Matt, I
that
asked
is.
him to get a picture of a dog taking a dump.
Look at that
and
offense.
he said, no, it's too much.
Look at that offense. They have no offense.
All 67 RBIs and all, how many games they played? 20?
Good
30?
pitching. bad everything else.
Yeah.
Let's see how many games they got. They're 7-15, so 22. This is their 23rd game.
Wow,
They have a
that's almost- that's
205
over 10
batting
strikeouts
average.
a game.
That's ugly.
Yeah.
That's fugly.
More.
It is.
That's not ugly.
More
That's
on
fugly.
social media. Keep them coming. You know we love them at Woodward Sports. Walter says, hell, I hate them. I've been vaccinated and I still wear my masks. I get it. We all want normalcy, but to get to the end line, we all have to deal with it. Darren says,
Walt,
Dink,
I'm in an empty stadium.
no, Darren Dink has the best one. You let one Jersey guy not wear a mask, and then all of Michigan is full of Jersey guys maskless. You are correct. You can't let this happen. Hey, so as I'm reading the social media, we're going to go to a break. I'm happy that Stick is here. I missed the Baligian and Bell show. Did they have a segment on for $1 million to sleep with your wife?
They did the indecent proposal. Yeah, they talked about it.
I love that
And
movie.
It was a good movie.
Good movie. Woody Harrelson,
So
man, he
I
felt
never-
bad.
Robert
I
Redford,
felt
Demi
bad.
Moore. Oof.
I felt terrible for Woody.
Yeah.
I never saw it.
Oh, you got to
So
watch
he
it.
took the $1 million?
He did.
He took hesitantly. He took it.
And it ate their relationship from the inside out.
Yep.
So she didn't get to pick the guy she slept with for $1 million.
I don't remember her picking. It
Yeah.
was just she approved it.
She approved it. He was the most handsome man.
Robert Redford.
Yeah, he's out on
I mean,
a
they
yacht.
couldn't pick anybody,
he's
you know.
giving her whatever the hell, millions of dollars. She could lay on money.
What's it called? The movie?
Indecent Proposal.
Indecent proposal. I mean, just out of curiosity, Maz, would you take
Hell
a
yeah.
You didn't even let me get through the rest of the question. You can't undo it.
Taking the mill.
What? Would you, D-Mac?
No.
He already took the mill.
My God. Would you stick?
There's no way in hell my conscience would let that happen. Like, part of me is like, yeah, okay, I want the money.
Stick. We're alpha.
It's mine.
all
That's
share.
mine.
Yeah.
That's mine.
Yeah,
This
mine.
dude over here's all pimping.
Mine until I'm
his
done.
wife. Easy, would
I'm sorry,
you?
Kath. I take it back.
His phone's lighting up right now.
No, Maz, you were thinking of the house. And
I
where,
was.
you know,
I wanted to
Jersey
give.
and
I
the
wanted to give
stuff.
my kids that
It's only
money tree they
500
want.
Hey, you know what, Pilar? It's only $500 if you give the kids with.
Oof.
Do you have to
don't
pay
get-
taxes on that
No
money?
taxes.
No,
that
you
was
give it
Terry's.
cash.
That was Terry's kicker on all of it. No taxes.
That was
That's
his
the
deal
kicker.
breaker.
That
He's
was
like,
the
yes,
deal breaker.
unless I have to
Yes.
pay taxes.
So what did they do?
No.
I missed it. What did they take?
Sean said no. Terry said yes, I believe.
Yeah,
And,
right. He's afraid to freaking step out on Dr. Fauci.
He
His
was
wife.
thinking, I'm gonna cash in, then I'm gonna take her around the world on a trip. Like that'll be the makeup for it. I'm like, but the whole time you're just gonna be thinking about tunnel buddies. Like,
Totally.
Tunnel buddies.
Or what if she likes that better than what she's getting at home? There's a lot of risk you're running here, buddy.
Well, it depends if you want to keep her or get rid of her, I guess. It tells a lot about the relationship.
I mean,
No, I'm just saying. Because technically, you know what? I've had relationships where I would cash this in, but not this one marriage that I'm
not
in
your
right now.
not your wife.
No,
Easy,
but
what
yes.
would you do?
He's taking it.
I know.
It's definitely negotiable. I'm if she's down, like I'm cool with it. I'm confident enough that we'll be good. I don't.
Confident
If
with that
she's
money.
down- Luke-
He's thinking about big pimping. What do I need to
yeah,
get
and
there?
who gets it?
I
Who
started
gets to
from the
keep that
basement down
money?
here.
It's split. You
Who
split it.
gets to keep that money?
That's what I'm saying. It's negotiable. It's like if you know.
Yeah, you're gonna split it anyways. Because I would be like, look at Luke running out of here real fast. Yeah. Oh, you're coming into the booth. Luke, would you do it? This is your wife. I know you're not married now, but this is your wife.
Luke has 8 kids.
I would do it 100%. Easy. It's easy.
You
$1
can't take that
$1 million.
back. You can't
How old are you?
unlet this dude
I'm 23.
Yeah.
do your wife.
At 23, I would have too.
I need money.
Now hold
Yeah,
on.
no.
I don't need a wife. I need money.
Yeah. Absolutely. I got this kid trained well. You got to succeed in life. Uncle Luke, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my
Right there.
gosh, this is crazy.
It's not
I-
like your wife didn't sleep with someone before you. What the hell's the difference?
but it doesn't matter. It's after you.
So what?
Oh my
It's $1
goodness.
million
You
bucks.
should have said. You should have retorted that in Spanish.
Jason on social media said it's 60-40. Great job, honey.
No taxes.
She gets
There they are.
60.
There
She
it
gets
is.
60. Or I mean, this guy's really whining and dining her. I don't know if anybody would want. She What if she wants to run off with him? I don't know.
Do I keep the money?
I don't have to give any back then, do I?
We won't tell you how. We won't tell you how
I'm
that
gonna
movie
have to go
ends.
back and watch Joyke's and Sean's show
Terry
earlier
and
and see
Sean
what
did.
happened.
Pilar,
This
what
is,
would you do?
what would I do?
Yeah.
What?
If
Seriously?
Angelina Jolie walked in, she's like, I got $2 million for Anthony, big tone.
Oh, if somebody was to offer me $1 million to sleep
$2
with my
million, you said.
husband, oh,
Yeah,
$2
two.
million.
You said $2 million.
No. No, that would not.
No.
Niet. Absolutely.
Hey,
niet.
us Irish
No
guys.
te gusta.
Us
I don't
Irish
care
guys
what
look
language
soft
you want me to
compared
say.
the
Yes.
Latina.
Soft?
We compared to her, like the Latina
So,
fire. Right? We're just sitting
first
over here
up-
going, no, we ain't sharing our women. And she's like, we're not
First off, I would dare somebody to even seriously ask that question to me. And then I would dare my husband to even consider sleeping with another woman. I would dare him. Absolutely dare him. I don't care for how much money. But when I go home, you know what the topic of conversation is going to be. Like, when he's going to be like, honey, how was your day? I'm going to be like, babe, it was really great. So, hey, babe, if somebody offered you $1 million to sleep with me, like for them to sleep with me, would you let that happen? He's going to be like, babe, why are you asking silly questions? That's what he says.
Because that's what they deal with. That's what they talk about.
You're going to tell him Maz sold his
11 to
wife
1.
out? You're going to say that?
Like, well, Maz was
No,
willing
Maz-
to
Tell him
pimp
Maz
out
sent
his
you.
wife.
Technically, I got to stick up for Maz because it was Jeopardy rules. Boom, illegal answer. He answered before the question. He
That's
didn't
true.
know what he was doing. That was a typical.
I heard $1 million bucks.
That is a typical Oscar Costanza right there.
Oh, my
That is
gosh.
Oscar Costanza. So I will stick up for Maz right here. I can't take a bigger bullet than that.
Thanks, brother.
You're up.
Kevin says my hall pass would be Pink, the singer. Kevin, someone trying to get the Lorena Bobbitt treatment if he did ask to take her offer and did it. I mean, seriously.
Kevin wanted
Walter
Pink?
bail money for Pilar. Kevin, wifey's the rock. I mean, that's, he would, Jason, he would reply, have fun, be safe, wear protection, see you tomorrow, love you, Walter. I mean, Jason. Oh my God.
Jason's got it covered.
Jason's
completely.
he's already paying for the golf membership. He's already got the new golf cart ordered. He's just like, yeah.
Oh my goodness, this would certainly, I mean, I feel like,
But-
I'm going to change things. I always say Monopoly can certainly test your marriage. This question would certainly test your marriage.
Yeah,
Go
but it's
home and-
but you know what? There's also too in this day and age, you know, of the people that this question would be, they're already doing it for free. So I mean, it's like that's it's the way of the world.
Darren says, not Dink, the other one. What's with $1 million thing? You guys are thinking too low. $1 million is chump change
It was
nowadays.
87.
Think
Oh,
bigger.
It was 1987 when they did it. And I remember, here's a sidebar to this whole
1,000
movie.
Bitcoin.
Here's a sidebar. I was fighting with my girlfriend at the time. And I went to the movies by myself and watched this movie. I watched this movie by myself, fighting with my girlfriend that way. I remember that. It just hit me. That's where I watched this movie.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to watch this movie. I've never seen it. I never even knew the premise of it.
Can everybody just understand? There it is. This is why. You know,
He's
usually,
like, yeah.
Usually when it was usually Godzilla versus Kong or Mortal Kombat, but Maz was mad at his girlfriend, so he wanted to go see if he could make some of that. Is whack.
Isn't that something that
No,
hit me?
whack.
Yeah, I watched that movie by
said,
myself.
1,000 Bitcoin, you can have 2 days with his wife.
2 days?
2 days. Forget just one night. This is 2 days for 1,000 Bitcoin. Oh my goodness. Don,
Final
you're right.
from Comerica, by the way. Final from Comerica. Tigers lose 3-2 today. So they fall to 7-16, and they hit the road for 9 against the White Sox, Yankees, and Bo Sox.
The Red Wings goals for is greater than the runs for.
Isn't that something?
I guess it depends if the guy's ugly too. Like if he's ugly, go for it.
This one wasn't. He was like taking her to like the whatever the. It looked like a
Somewhere the Catalina wine mixer. The guy.
Yeah, the Catalina
Do what they did in the morning
Festival.
show. Hey, Guys, it's Shaq.
Game changer.
Oh, yeah, no.
That changes.
That's going to mess things up for you, dude. Every which way.
On his 9-foot round bed.
Yeah, that's a yikes.
That's not the size I'm worried about with
I
Shaq.
know that.
I don't want to follow Shaq.
Yeah, it's all right. She's all right.
Tie me up. Somebody hook a
Oh my goodness. All right, guys, we got to take a quick break here.
Shack attack.
Shack attack. I can't even. I got to regroup.
I ain't
Walter, thanks
coming
for
back
love.
home,
Walter
man.
says this is why this show is so much damn fun. It is. It is. Shack attack.
Hey, we don't want to get the truth involved. This was actually hall pass, not indecent proposal. This was your hall pass. Oh, it was both? Okay. It started as a hall pass?
It started out as indecent proposal, then turned into hall pass.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, we're
so
hitting
it
all
was an
movies.
evolution of cheating on your spouse.
Yeah, oh, okay. All right.
Oh my God.
Financially and then selfishly.
Right.
And then
Shaq got involved and everybody just quit.
Yep. It's over.
Yeah. Forget it. No, I don't want to play this game anymore.
We ever come back. Who's your hall pass, Mac?
You know what? I wouldn't even know where to start, dude, honestly. Like, back in the day, it was like Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
Oh,
Saved
wow.
by the Bell and shit
Beverly
like
Hills
that.
90210. Oh, excellent call.
Yeah.
No, wait. She wasn't 90210. She was
Saved by the Bell.
She was
Saved by the Bell.
90210.
Yeah, and
She was 90210.
Oh, and
She was both.
90210?
Yeah.
Wow.
She had a bigger head on 90210 though.
Everything else too.
Yeah. She grew
Oh
up.
my! Oh, he said she grew up.
She sure did. What was the show that followed that 90210? I'm trying to think.
Party of Five?
Party of Five. And who's my girl? Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Jennifer Love Hewitt. Lacey Charbet. That's where Griffin got his name from Jeremy London's character, Griffin.
Hoochie Mama.
Hoochie, what is wrong with you? Willing to pimp out your wife for $1 million? Now money,
$2
not
million
even.
it was. It's
oh,
today's
$2 million.
money.
$2 million.
Well, it's probably
in
$3
today's
million
money.
today,
Now,
right?
Hoochie Mama with.
Hoochie Mama.
I don't know. What's $1 million? When was that? 20 years ago? 87. You know
30
the
years
exact
ago.
date.
All right, guys,
34.
we're going to take a quick
35
break,
years
but
ago.
when we come back, when we come back, we're going to get to some NFL talk and probably some more chaos talk, too. So don't go anywhere. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
So what's up? My name is Sean Baligian. Glad to be a part of Baligian and Bell every day at 11. I'm the guy that gets pissed off at all the stupid sports fans out there.
What up, though? I'm Drake Bill here on the Baligian and Bell show here at Woodward Sports Network. Tap into the energetic Sean and the constant.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network, live from MyBookie Studios. Thank you guys for joining in on all the chaos here with myself, D-Mac, Tom, Eazy. Adam B left us. Now it's Stick. Stick, thanks for coming to the show. Thanks for sitting in the fish tank.
Well, I don't know what we'd do without fish, man. This is tough.
I know. Adam B was like he was almost down, man. I was watching him. He was like
He literally
on the
texted
ropes.
me, I miss fish.
I'm on the ropes.
You're well, fishy boy.
Yes, and of course, Luke on our social media. Keep the conversation alive on all the social at Woodward Sports.
Hold on, I gotta do
Greg is saying Jennifer Aniston is his hall pass.
Ooh, good one.
Oh,
Excellent
Walter! I
Let's
heart
go
you,
down the
Walter. Wait, what are we doing here?
Don wondered why I didn't have a hat on today, and it's because I got the hair braid.
He got his hair did.
Boy,
He
you're
got his
pretty.
hair did.
You're really pretty.
I want to say Walter has. Oh, it went too fast. I can't read all of them. But Walter said his hall pass is his wife.
Oh, Walt.
Way to go, Walt.
Come on, Walt.
My hall pass would be my husband.
Yeah, come on, Walt.
Somebody's in the doghouse, Maz. Hey, just not confident like
Walter,
us walking around the house.
We know you better than that. Come on.
Would you let your
No.
wife have? Well, there you go, walking around the in the doghouse, walking around all confident in the house.
Absolutely not. But that's
But
me.
your
But I
wife,
kill
but that's not
somebody.
very. That's not very confident
Yeah, it is. What? For my wife to what?
to have a hall pass.
What's that?
Like your wife can't have.
Dude,
Can your wife have a hall pass?
fuck no.
That's
Fucking what do you, dude? Listen, if I'm not taking one, right? then sure as shit that.
Listen, I agree.
It goes
you
both
and I
ways.
are on the same page.
Thank you very much.
Let's say you guys were broke.
We're broke. Oh yeah, we could negotiate it. Means to an end. Well, it's my best friend.
That
So
is
if we're
different.
making a business negotiation and we're broke, and this is all we got, and we're in it together, right? Then
we
it
can't get
doesn't-
mad at Tom Mazawey for saying anything because I'm sure that Tom's bank account
We're
is a
broke.
little bit.
We are truly broke.
A little bit less than yours.
Way more. No, I give mine all away. I'm not allowed to have it because then it just bad things happen. If I don't have any, then I'm good.
Then
I got kids, man.
He's got kids. Man.
He's got plenty of kids too, though.
Exactly. So that's where it all goes.
Darren says, exactly, team rules. These are great. All right, Tom Mazawey, let's get to your sports update.
All right, brought to you as always by MyBookie. Don't forget to use the promo code Woodward. That will match your first deposit up to $1,000. That's right, put $1,000 in, you get a free $1,000. The Getaway Day matinee from Comerica goes to the Royals. Of course, they beat the Tigers 3-2. Tigers now 7-16 on the year. They were outscored 15-5 in this series. They've lost 5 straight. 10 of 11, and they hit the road for 9. Starting tomorrow in Chicago, then the Yankees, then the Bo Sox. They are the 3 best teams in the American League. NFL Draft Week. Where are we going to be on Thursday, Mac?
We're going to be at the Dalmar down in Greektown, 7-9 or 7-11 with our boy Joy.
Come and see us. Come and see us. We're running out of room. We got to get you in there. Lions picking 7th. So let's see, 15 minutes in between each pick. 30, 60. We'll be picking in the first hour and a half, easily.
Yeah, well, absolutely.
Easily. So plenty of time to get some rest after that. And of course, the 49ers, Pro Football Focus saying 49ers at number 3, now leaning towards Trey Lance. That's right. He has surpassed Mac Jones. We'll see how it all works out. Sean Lee from the Cowboys retires after 11 years in the trenches in that linebacker position. He was terrific. Pistons try to snap a 3-game losing streak tonight. They've just been losing all year, let's face it. They host Atlanta tonight at LCA. They're last in the East at 18-43. I checked it out because in June comes the draft lottery. They have a 42% chance of getting that number 1 pick. So keep on losing, fellas. Let's get it up to over 50%. We don't want to pick 7th as usual. Wings with the night off. They lost 3 of 4 to the Stars. They're in Columbus tomorrow. Only 6 games left in their regular season. And NBC leaving the NHL after this year. They will not compete. They don't want to be the second dog. ESPN next year will have, of course, the NHL. They were looking for a second partner. It will not be NBC. It will be Ted Turner, TBS and TNT.
Side note, when I used to do Versus got bought out by NBC.
Correct.
And we all used to be like headhunters or whatever like this, so we got hired to go in and whatever. And once they brought in NBC, they were contracted. So that's why I'm doing any hockey anymore, so you never know.
You'll be back in it, baby.
TNT.
Back in it. I
TNT,
like it.
then I'll go to the wrestling
That's
ring.
right.
Right.
You hook up with the wrestling. And we take you back to this day in sports, 1990, the kid, Ken Griffey Jr., just lobbing around out in center field at Yankee Stadium. Poor Jesse Barfield hit a bomb, but Griffey was back there.
High ball into deep left center field. Griffey going back to the 1-8 track. Leaps high in the air.
Oh.
Wow.
He's got it. An incredible catch by the kid.
That
He
was,
takes
look how high that is going out.
From Jesse Barfield climbing the wall in left center field in Death Valley here at Yankee Stadium. Look at Barfield. He's stunned. He's standing there with his hands on his head. I don't believe it. Holy kidding me?
Boy, was that guy great to watch. And still the greatest swing in Major League Baseball history, second to none. Phenomenal. And I want to show this picture to D-Mac. I'm not sure what year this was. It probably early 70s. No, mid-70s. 51-year-old Gordie Howe facing off against 18-year-old Wayne Gretzky. Check this little picture out. Isn't that sweet?
You know what? You know what's funny is that if you see this picture bigger, you look at the skates, and that's how you can tell. You look at the sticks, gloves, and skates. You know, obviously, and more to back in the day when they didn't have helmets. Now, with more helmets, but you can see the evolution of the game through the different.
Did you see Gretzky's uniform, by the way? Put that back, Easy. Tell me what team that was in the WHA. Hartford Whalers right now.
Indianapolis Racers?
Correct. Indianapolis Racers. The WHA. How about that, huh? Then they traded up to the Edmonton Oilers.
Well,
and of course, the
Edmonton went
Oilers
there.
came in.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. As
They took over
expansion.
for Edmonton.
Yep. Had the roster and stuff like that.
There you go.
Crazy.
All right, guys. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, it is time for us to play our world famous.
Strike.
What was this? What was
Swing and miss. That's why I played hockey. I can't hit the curveball.
Miss. Swing and miss. It is time for us to play our Get Home with Hall Financial baseball trivia. Now I see it.
Remember,
D-Mac.
06 Tigers. Go do your homework.
Yes, so dial up our phones, 313-552-6322. When we come back, it is time for the world famous Get Home with Hall Financial. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
We are here, downtown Fenton, my favorite Bridge Street Exchange.
That's right. And you want to switch up your wardrobe this summer? It's this easy. You ready, Joey?
I'm ready.
All right, you ready? I like it. You want to do it again?
Yeah, let's do it again.
All right. Ooh, Brixton. Nice. One more time?
Yes.
Ooh, I like the hat on this one, too. You ready to do it one more time, Joey?
I'm getting tired. One last one.
All right, let's change it. Bro, where's your shirt? You need new clothes this summer. Bridge Street Exchange in Fenton. That's where you need to go. Thank you, guys.
Hey guys, it's Maz from MyBookie. Racehorse or workhorse? Between the NFL draft and the Derby, there's no shortage of odds, props, and horses to take advantage of and win at mybookie.ag. Predict who's going to go first or last in the draft. The NFL draft coming up on Thursday. Tons of prop bets, tons of value. It's going to be Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson. If you got a hunch, you can cash it in and bet it on MyBookie. Make sure you hit up the website this Saturday, first Saturday in May 1st, for some freebies because they're celebrating the 21 Kentucky Derby, a host of free games. Sign up. Chips available throughout the day in the MyBookie Casino. Sign up with Woodward to get your first deposit matched up to $1,000. That is your money to keep. Remember, bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. Thank you guys so much for joining in on the conversation on our social media at Woodward Sports across the board. You know we love to hear from you guys. And it is time for us to play Get Home with Hall Financial. All right, Stick, who do we have joining us today?
Let's see, we have Tammy on the line right now. Let
Tammy!
Let me put her through. She is good to go. Tammy, you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Hey, Tammy.
Hi, Tammy.
Welcome to The Hook.
Hello.
All right, Tammy.
All right, let's try it.
Are you ready? You know the rules, right? Very simple.
Yep.
Okay, just answer the questions correctly, pretty much, right?
Yep. You go one base at a time. If you get all four right, you win a $100 gift card to either Lashish or Detroit Wing Company.
Thanks, guys.
You lead it off, Pilar.
All right, here we go, Tammy. Who was the Tigers manager in 2006?
Hold on. Don't answer that.
Jim Leland.
Don't answer that.
She already did.
Hold on.
She got it correct.
No. We got to start over. All right. What was the answer?
Jim Leland.
Yay! Good job, Tammy. Good job. I want to get. I'm failing as always. Good job. You're at first base. Are you ready to try to slide into second?
Yep.
All right. Who was on base for Maglio Ordonez's AL pennant winning home run that same year in 2006?
Oh.
There were two men on base.
Hard.
I'll give you a break. You give me one of them, and I'll give you the answer. You're right.
Craig Monroe.
Yes.
You got it. Can you
I
name,
was gonna
can you name
say-
the other one?
I'll
give you a hint. He always wore like a winter hat, scarf.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I was going to say,
I don't know.
It was Placido Polanco. He was on second base. Craig Monroe was on third.
my hints were going to be for the first one, think of Marilyn Monroe. And then for Placido, I was going to say.
Domingo.
Yes, I was going to say, think
Well, I'm
of.
cultured. I would have got it. Tammy would have got it too.
I would've
Would have
got
went
that
over
one.
Matt. Yes,
Yeah.
she would have.
Yeah,
Anyways, okay, Tammy, here you go. Third question. Who did the St. Louis Cardinals beat in the 2006 NLCS to reach the World Series? Maz, were you crying when this happened?
You know it.
Oh, that one I don't know.
Well, I tried to give you a hint. Maz was crying. when it
National League
happened.
team.
But the New York Yankees.
No, National League. National League. National League.
She said, "Wow, wow."
Yeah.
It was the Mets. It was the Mets,
Yep.
Tammy.
Oh.
That's okay. I tried.
You did. You did a great job. We're proud of you.
And thank you for being such a great fan always.
Yes, and try again.
Always.
We do it every
I will.
single day.
All right.
All right, let's hear it for
Tammy, we love
Nice
you.
job.
Take it easy. Oh, so close.
Can't
So
believe Maz
close.
is happy about Tammy not getting the Mets.
I'm not happy.
Yeah, you just.
Were you just
every time you
clapping?
hear it.
I kind of feel like that
Well, I
was
was happy for her. She played. She was tough.
I
She
know.
did good.
I'm just kidding.
I
I just want you to
know, I
relive
know.
every seventh game loss in the Mets history.
Yeah, there's
'Cause-
plenty of them.
Yep.
All right, guys. It's all right. So keep calling every single day because we do this every single day for your chance to win a $100 gift card to either Lashish or Detroit Wing Company. So it's easy, right? Just call and
That's
answer
it.
the 4 questions correctly. Guys, let's talk about some news in the NFL. So there's talk about the Ravens potentially dumping Lamar Jackson in a radical move. There's this new thing what's not really new. Everybody talks about potentially keeping the quarterback 4 to 5 years and then dumping them, getting a new one to keep them on the rookie contracts. So what's your take? I feel that what has happened is when you draft a rookie quarterback, what's supposed to happen in a perfect world is that they sit for a couple of years until you really need them. They're not supposed to come in right out of the gate and start playing your starting quarterback position. So these rookie quarterbacks are signing these huge deals after they've played for the first 4 or 5 years, which makes sense, but that really wasn't the ideal way to budget the salary cap. So people are thinking, hey, let's dump them after 4 years, let somebody else pay them, right, after we've used them for the first 4 years, and then let's see what we can go in and draft, right? Are you guys, but nobody's really done this.
Not really.
Even though people have talked about it.
Some teams have
nobody's
dumped their quarterback,
really-
like the Cardinals got rid of Josh Rosen. The Jets now get rid of Sam Darnold. They
Right,
got a
because
couple
they
of-
didn't work out.
It didn't work out, but a guy like Lamar Jackson, who took it over by storm right from when he hopped on, Yahoo
Yeah.
wrote a great column on this. I enjoy reading their stuff, and it's a new way of looking at things. And some NFL teams might want to go this route, not want to pay a quarterback all that money, and just go out, draft somebody else, get them going, maybe get a guy like, look what the Lions did with Jared Goff. They went and got themselves a 26-year-old quarterback that's been to a Super Bowl and won 6 playoff games. So they're paying him, but the Rams paid most of the freight on this one. Lions paid most of the freight on Matthew Stafford. I don't think it's that bad of an idea. I don't think it's going to work for most teams. For some teams, it might. Mac, I don't know. Eazy, he likes this idea. I think, Eazy, you told me you dig this.
Yeah, I did. Like before, when Stafford was here, I did like a bunch of research on the Super Bowl winning quarterback. The average salary of a Super Bowl winning quarterback is $8 million. It's always happened when they're either on the rookie deal or like in between. I guess like with Aaron Rodgers, there was like the lockout, or not the lockout, the holdout, whatever was weird. It was a team friendly deal that he was on. There was no cap that season. But yeah, the average salary of the Super Bowl winning quarterback is $8 million. So when you're paying these quarterbacks, once you pay them that $20 million, $27 million, you can't afford to fill out the rest of your team. I think there's, it's
true.
History shows that.
Well, it's where are you going to put your money, right? So with the talented guys and the established guys and the winning guys, they're going to get paid. And you see this might be a way to, I guess, slow down the payment for the quarterback. But it's the same thing as if you're going to put all your money on your offense and then let certain part of your defense. This is sort of what I see the Cleveland Browns with Baker Mayfield is what they're utilizing that they hadn't in the past is him on his rookie deal. And now they've put things around it. And So if he doesn't succeed, you got another plug and play. But I guess it's how you develop the rest of the team. And if your quarterback, like you said, is you want that capable, durable guy. But like Eazy said, if you go through history, if you're about winning Super Bowls, that guy's been $8 and $10 million instead of $30 million. So I guess it's a different. It might be easier for some of the teams that are, I guess, the less frivolous. Ones. So it'll be interesting because it's a conversation. But everything sports is cyclical. So somebody tries it works. Somebody else will do it, and it's just a different way to think about it. But a big part of it has to go with the salary cap and how the money is allocated.
Absolutely. So you look at somebody like Lamar Jackson. He's a very special quarterback, right? He is a running quarterback. You have to pretty much build a system around him. Guys like Cam Newton, you have to build your entire team around a running quarterback who pretty much runs as much as he throws, right? I feel that this theory would work for a different quarterback that isn't a very special quarterback like Lamar Jackson, like Cam Newton. I feel like if you're going to trade for Lamar Jackson, you have to know you're going to have to build your team around him. I think that if he went to somebody like the Patriots, that would work because they already have somebody like Cam Newton. They do have Cam Newton. So Cam Newton would be a great backup to Lamar Jackson. They've already started to understand how they need to build a team around this. Do you guys agree or disagree with something like that? He's not a niche quarterback, but almost, right?
Yeah. Well, I look at the Lions, man. When they had a chance, when they had Ndamukong Suh, Calvin Johnson, and Matthew Stafford, they had their choice because the NFL changed the salary cap rules. They couldn't keep all three happy, and they wound up re-signing Matthew Stafford. So Ndamukong Suh basically, I remember after the Cowboy game, after they got robbed in Dallas on that playoff game, he was crying at the podium, knowing that was the last time he was going to play for the Lions when that team was peaking at that point. Mm-hmm. Now, who knows if you had a guy that you could have brought up behind Stafford and maybe not re-signed him, because now here we look, all these years later, he's never won a playoff game, and he's gone now. If they had a guy to back him up, you sign Sue and keep that defense, and you keep that line, that mentality that they had in Jim Caldwell's first year there. It's a completely different play going forward if you had an alternative to Matthew Stafford instead of letting Sue go, and the whole freaking team basically broke up. And Calvin quits a couple years after that even.
Yeah.
It was a disaster.
I think that that's the way it's supposed to be, but unfortunately in today's day and age, quarterbacks most of the time are expected to start right away. But absolutely, they can sit, and then when it's time for their top quarterback to retire or move on or get traded, then they sign him at a decent deal, right? Because he's not already an MVP.
Packers
like Lamar
had Brett
Jackson
Favre. Favre was still on top of his game. They got Aaron Rodgers. Aaron
Rodgers had to compete for his job.
But he obviously was the better guy at that point, and he took over, and look where they've been these last 10 years.
Yeah.
Look at the Niners. That's kind of what they're doing this year, too. Trading up to draft a quarterback now. They have a Super Bowl ready team. They've been there with Garoppolo.
Yeah.
Now they're going to find a guy that can plug and play, have a rookie deal, bring some more pieces to the team.
Right, because Garoppolo is not the answer to their problem.
Stick, what do you got on this? You got anything on this? I know you're an NFL guy.
Yeah, no, like with the Goff situation, I'm not a fan of the Lions drafting a quarterback this year until we find out exactly what we have in Jared Goff.
I agree.
Because if he's successful and we give him 2 years, okay, well now we're sitting this kid first round draft pick for 2 years. We're only going to get 3 years on his rookie deal, so we're going to have to pay out the ass if he's actually good, which is what we want. But we don't want 3 years of cheap football only to pay us in the end. And then next thing you know, we're in a Stafford situation when we can't build the line, we can't build the defense, we're struggling to get under the cap. So I want to give Goff at least this year to prove what he has. And then if he sucks, we draft a quarterback next year, let him sit for a year, and then we get 4 years of a rookie contract instead of only 3.
Right.
Good take.
I mean, the ideal situation would be that quarterbacks aren't going to go so high in the draft, right? Because they get to sit back there, don't have to start right away.
Well, and that's the thing. At best, the Lions are going to get the 4th best quarterback in this year's draft. Next year, they're most likely going to get the 4th best quarterback in that year's draft.
Right.
So do you want to sacrifice your future to try to hang with the big boys right now where there's a feeding frenzy for quarterbacks? Or do you want to play it smart, say, I got a 26-year-old who's been to a Super Bowl, who won a playoff game last year with a broken thumb, who's led men to the promised land, you know?
Right.
Like, I want to give this guy every chance we can to make sure we're not just throwing the baby out with the bathwater.
Good one.
Right, yep. Darren Dink says, how do you just dump talent for a potentially sorta kind of guy? Well, what the Ravens have done right now is remember that they traded Orlando Brown to the Chiefs.
They got two number ones.
They got 2 number ones in this year's draft.
Right.
So they're essentially sitting at 27 and 31 for this Thursday's draft. Right? So I think what they'd be thinking at that point would be, okay, we're sitting in the first round. Let's see how things play out. And, hey, if there's a chance that Justin Fields drops to a spot that he's reachable,
and they like
let's
him.
trade.
If they
let's
like
trade
him.
down. Right, if they like him. Or another guy. You know, if somebody that's available, then let's go on ahead or trade up, not down. Trade up into the middle of the draft, the first third of the first round, something. And then let's work that way. And then I feel that Lamar Jackson is 100% up for grabs. But he's going to go to a very special team. It was like Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow was successful in college because they built an entire team around him. Into the NFL, you can't commit your entire team around Tim Tebow.
He still has one more playoff win than Matthew Stafford.
You're right. Easy, what do you have?
One pass.
The guy with the
overtime.
most Super Bowl rings at the quarterback position was a guy who was known for taking less every single year in order to help his team. You just can't. It's not profitable or benefit to the team to pay these guys this much money if you look at the stats of it. Actually,
who is that, man?
Right.
I don't know.
Who's the guy
Phil
with
Simms?
quarterback with
Phil
the most
Simms?
Super Bowls? 7 of them?
Matthew Stafford. I don't know.
No, say his name.
Hey, I got a stat for you. Since 2010,
Tomorrow.
34 quarterbacks were picked in the first round. 34. Only one has started and won a Super Bowl.
Wow.
Who is it?
Patrick Mahomes.
Mahomes. That's it. Mahomes. 34 quarterbacks taken
Wow.
since 2010. That's 10
In the first
years.
round.
In the first round. Only one has played and won in a Super Bowl.
Dun, dun,
I'm trying to think, yeah, because Lamar
That's a
Jackson
Mazawey
even...
Monday,
There you go.
second worst day, second hated day of the tomorrow. It'll be the answer to the question. Tom Brady 12 and Mazawey
Right.
Tuesdays tomorrow.
Right. Walter saying, a Brady jersey for Maz.
Never,
I agree.
Walter. Never.
I agree.
Not
All
a
right,
chance.
guys, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we've got more NFL news and notes. So stick around. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. And at Hall Financial, we treat our clients like family. And our number one priority is giving each of our clients 5-star service. Our passion for 5-star service, combined with our expertise, allows us to find the best possible solution for refinancing your home loan. We take the time to focus on both the individual and the numbers. We're going to walk you through the process and close your loan in half the time of our competition. Go to davidhallmortgage.com today.
Sun RV Resorts has over 160 RV and camping resorts in the U.S. and Canada. Guests can enjoy water parks, lazy rivers, mini golf, restaurants, bars, and even Wi-Fi if they want to stay connected. With locations from the Florida Keys to Myrtle Beach to San Diego Bay and Petoskey, Michigan, guests can enjoy the outdoors at a Sun RV Resort. All right, guys, welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network with the NFL draft. I would say draft talk, draft season.
It's draft week.
It's draft week. With draft week here in full swing.
Super Bowl week in Detroit.
It is. It is. We have got to get to more
Especially this
NFL
year.
headlines.
Every year.
All right, so one of the biggest draft prospects, Trevor Lawrence, signed an endorsement deal with a cryptocurrency management app, Blockfolio. This is kind of a big scary deal, guys, right? I mean, so, but the crazy thing...
If you're old like us.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is a big scary deal.
Last
because
week was
for even
Gatorade. This week is now cryptocurrency, whatever the hell they call it. But this kid's going to make almost $10 million just in ad revenue, just in endorsements.
Isn't that crazy? I mean, he hasn't even become a professional football player yet.
Look at him.
And look at him. This is already the ad for Invest in the Future for Blockfolio.
Looks like he walked right off the set of Point Break.
He does.
Looks like Bodie.
Well, but what's even more crazy is like now you're starting to see, more cryptocurrencies. That Dogecoin. I just learned today that was a joke.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And
we talked about it before, and the difference between that and the Bitcoin is the Bitcoin's got a ceiling and this one doesn't. But the fact is, what we're just dealing with is that you realize that currency is run by the people, and that's what this cryo does. And the fact that we're not only talking, about this, but the fact that there's now, I know that, you're talking about Dogecoin, that Mark Cuban, owner of the Dallas Mavericks, is huge into it, and he was talking about I've read articles about them using that down at what's the American
Airlines Arena. You can buy a hot dog with it.
Yeah, and stuff like that. But
souvenirs
the Bitcoin and stuff like this. But now you hear of athletes accepting that in their contracts and taking it as part of payment. You better look up on it. You see it on the top of the stock exchange. It ain't going anywhere, and it is the new. Like Matt said earlier, is $1 million decent proposal, $3 million today? I mean, I don't know. How many Bitcoin is it? I mean, it's like something where this is where the world is going to.
So this is right. So the other big headline today is that Sean Culkin is now he's converting 100% of his salary into Bitcoin.
He's the Chiefs tight end.
Yep. He tweeted.
You wouldn't know him because Kelsey's on the other side.
Right,
so.
exactly.
So he gets $1 million a year, and he's putting it into Bitcoin.
Right, his
That's how
base
he's
salary
getting
is $920,000. But he says, "I fully believe Bitcoin is the future of finance, and I wanted to prove that I have skin in the game, not just trying to make a quick buck. I will be converting my entire 2021 salary to Bitcoin."
Isn't that something?
So there was another player at the end of last year who did something very similar, and he formerly Seattle Seahawks, now with the Panthers, OT Russell Okung.
Yep.
He put half of his salary into Bitcoin, and there was this whole thing about, hey, is the NFL against this? The NFL said this isn't really our business. To make it clear, the Carolina Panthers pay him his salary through the brokerage company, and then they turn it into Bitcoin. So it's not like the NFL is paying them their salary in Bitcoin. They have to do it through the broker firm. Right.
Sean Culkin already said he made more money by just having the Bitcoin.
But you also understand that by them, so he basically invested $920K, right? And then he said, I'm going to drive this up by letting the whole world know. You may not know that I'm a tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs, but you will know that I'm putting all this money in there. So now more people are going to go and buy more Bitcoin to drive up his stock as well.
Again,
right?
controlled
so
by the people.
Exactly.
The
So
government.
Hey, Stick,
the
can
more
you explain
people
this
talk
stuff
about
to me? Explain this crypto.
Bitcoin?
Short answer, Maz, no.
No, I can't. Please.
No, it's
Really. I know you're hip. You're younger than me and all, but you're very hip. You know your shit. I don't know shit about this stuff.
Before we get to that, $1 million in 1987, which we were discussing, is worth $2.331 million today. Yep, 2.5% year in between inflation rate per year from 1987 would give you that amount. But Bitcoin, to me,
so I'm making $2.3 million now for my wife.
There you go. Yeah, if you made the deal at 87, you're cashing in on it. Bitcoin is it's the evolution of where the dollar is going to go. Eventually, it's going to be a world economy, and people are going to be using this. When it's really going to take traction, and it's started to, is when gold backs it and when credit cards back it. Because right now, you can't really just pull it out and it turns into cash. Like, you're storing it in your wallet, and it takes a lot of hoops to get through to get it to a cash point where you can actually put it in your pocket. But it's really just a stock for money. money that's going to be a global currency. And
My bookie has it.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
My
You can
bookie
do it
will
on
pay you out on
Yeah.
crypto.
There's places in China that are no longer accepting like their currency. The only thing that they're accepting is
No yen?
their cryptocurrency.
Correct.
That's crazy. But there's no like if I buy in gold,
Just sitting on
if I
billions
buy
in yen
stock,
under his bed.
you
Now
guys
he
keep
can't
crying
tax
now,
you
right?
on his next trip.
If I buy gold, if I buy stock in Apple, if I buy, this is all something tangible. Bitcoin
It's not tangible
doesn't
yet.
exist.
Yes, it exists.
But it doesn't exist.
It exists in the blockchain. It really
What
does
the hell
exist.
is a blockchain?
It's like the cloud.
It's like the Matrix. It's the cloud. It's the
like the cloud.
Matrix.
It's the
I still
Matrix.
can't understand where the hell my pictures come from. I still don't
Basically,
know.
what's happening is it's the same transition that happened when people went. Remember the chills or whatever, the like solid metals people carry around, and they changed it to the dollar. Like, hey, we're moving to this dollar that's worth this amount of money. People are like, what the fuck? That's just paper. That's not my actual gold shilling I had. It's the same transaction that's happening. It's just we're just moving it to Bitcoin now.
Yeah, it's like when they switched from the gold standard. When FDR switched us from the gold standard to just paper money, that paper represented gold eventually, right? Like that's what it was for, and that's what's happening. Eventually, these electronic nodes or whatever's being sent to your phone will represent money, and that's why you're seeing like the NFT cards and stuff like that taking off, because everything's gonna go digital. I'm not extremely comfortable with it, but I'm also like, all right, I'll throw $100 in and see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, we've invested money in this, right? Because there's no way that you can, if you're into investing any of your money, there's no way you can just
Let it
not,
pass, right.
right? You can't not. And I mean, it goes up, it goes down. Sometimes we're up, and then just last week we're like, oh, it went down quite a bit. But I'm sure that now with this announcement, people are going to start. It's almost like a panic. But Stick, so the people who invented this,
Yes.
just said, I'm just going to create air money.
Yeah.
And it paid off.
Well, think about like cell phone companies. What do they sell? They sell air. That's what they sell you.
This is something tangible. I
Right.
can now, they sell me a service. I can now get on my phone and talk to my mom who lives in Texas. I can talk to my family in Spain. I can now, they sell me a service. This is air. This is air. They created virtual air and said, you guys are going to pay me for it. And then you fools are going to go out and buy things with it, except this is a currency.
But that's why it's similar to the stock market. You know, it takes the market to believe in the product for it to go up and to shoot up. Like, people believe that Bitcoin will become the cryptocurrency of the world, and that's why it's... But there's, like, Litecoin, there's Dogecoin, there's all types of them that are trying it right now that just doesn't have the mass push-in and the all-in. But Bitcoin is insane, man. I remember hearing about it 10 years ago, and I didn't think anything
remember
of
this.
it.
Me
Yeah.
too. And I was like, this is crazy. Like, you have to figure out how you're going to get more. It was
Right.
really, really bizarre. But so then why doesn't the government just come up with their own bit currency?
Because it lives on the web. It's not government based. That's the cool part about this. Is
Yeah.
it's a worldwide thing. No government can control this.
But why didn't they
By
do
the
it? And then
people!
we can just pay off all of our debt.
Well, yeah. I
Why
mean,
can't-
honestly, debt's just a made up number too. It's just how many people have actually like seen 250,000 that you've paid off on your house? You don't. You just transfer money from here to here, and they mark it off your debt as you go. That money's not real.
This is just
You're
too
not kidding.
bizarre. It's very.
You're not kidding.
But you are essentially, because you're giving them interest. They're making money on the interest on this, right? Like,
Yeah, but think about, like, in theory, that money's not real. If I take whatever my bank account's sitting at and I pay off a bill from my bank account, it's not me taking cash and paying off the bill. They're just taking electronic rundown
Your
and
credit.
chopping it off.
Your
Yeah.
credit. What's in your account? It's sort of like, you
but
watch.
you got something tangible. I don't. This is very.
Well, it's the same thing with a dollar, though, because a dollar's not...
It's a piece of paper, right? But it's a piece of paper backed by something, right?
just
So
doesn't
the
tell you
dollar
this. Same thing
is
with
backed by
crypto.
gold, right? The dollar's backed by gold. The yen is backed by whatever, right? The euro is backed by whatever. So I feel like all these different currencies that are starting to come up are. But what is Bitcoin backed by?
But think about, like, a credit card that you own. They just gave you that money without giving you the money, right? They just gave you numbers and a credit card that says this plastic's worth this much.
Right.
Even though it's a tangible thing, it's not really real money, right? That's where they're kind of going with this.
I know Woody Harrelson wouldn't have taken Bitcoin back then.
This
he
is
wanted
like-
the $1 million in cash for his lady.
It's backed by cash because you can still exchange it from like any country. That's the benefit of it too. Is like it started with the Magic card people. They use it to play like the video games or exchange cards when you bought them from like different countries, from China and stuff like that. It's backed by currency, but it's just global. So whatever currency you want it to be exchanges to.
This is crazy.
It is.
This is straight up the Matrix. Do you want to
Stay
take the
tuned
red
for
pill
more
or the blue
confusion.
pill? Yes. So, all right. So then
What if you
that's
take
going to
both?
lead
Did
us.
anybody find out what if you took both of them? Did anybody
DMAC,
ever
of course, you're
ask
the
that
one who's gonna
question?
who would even consider it.
Right.
Like,
I mean,
maybe that's not an
anyways.
option. You
Well,
pick
I'm
one
just
and the
saying.
other goes away, right? It's a matrix.
Okay.
It's virtual. All right, guys. So that just leads me into a quick te gusta o no te
Oh,
gusta.
wow.
Yeah. So today, it seems like the U.S. currency is going out of
You
style,
think?
right? You think? Cryptocurrency is a new way to go. Te gusta o no te gusta? I know.
What do you think? No,
You love it.
No
You
Digley
lo-
stuff for me. But you know what? I'm sure my girls will be all over this. They probably are already. They probably have more money than I already have. I probably gave them $20. Lily probably invested it. She probably got a couple of grand right now sitting in the bank. Now, hey, it ain't for me. But hopefully it'll help the younger generation. That's all I got to say. No me gusta for Maz.
DMAC, te gusta o no te gusta?
Yeah, I think that you got to get on. I'm going to say te gusta, even though if I was saying personally, I don't like it. I like the old school, but I like trade anyway, so it doesn't matter. But as far as what's going on with the way of the world and how you're going to have to get on board with some sort of Bitcoin or Dogecoin or whatever holds the stability, because like you said, that's the universal global currency, and that's the only one you'll be able to count on.
Will they take it at a racetrack? Can I go bet Bitcoin
Eventually,
at my
yes.
racetrack?
Maz,
Yes.
It'll be probably easier to
will?
do it that
Yeah.
way. Yeah, and the fact with technology and stuff, I mean, you have it wherever you are. I won't be surprised you won't have like a wristband or something like that.
Well, you want to laugh? When I go to the track now, I go to Northville Downs because it's the only racetrack
When do you
here
go?
in Michigan. I'm with my phone. My friends are running up and down, putting their bets in. I don't even get up anymore. I'm just on my phone using my app now. So I guess I am kind of lazy.
You do.
Maybe I'm ready.
Lazy.
Well, yeah,
Walter
maybe.
says
That's it.
evolution, right? Change or get left behind. That's the scary part. Nick and Lynn both say no me gusta. Don says no me gusta. I mean, Eazy, what do you say? Te gusta o no te gusta?
Me gusta. In 2016, I made 18 grand off of Litecoin. I bought it as a 25 cents, and then it went up to 200. And it was literally life changing for me. I was 23. I bought my first house. That was my down
awesome.
payment. It was just me gusta.
This is all for you, man. This is you. This
Good
is your
for you,
world, man.
yeah.
This is your world.
But it's like Max said, though, it's like power to the people, because like we dictate the market. The more the market grows, the more the value goes up, and it's just it gives more, like Max said, it's power to the people, and it created opportunity for myself that I didn't have otherwise. So I love it.
And
Wow.
and here's the one thing, was you bring up a good point. This is what I realized about 5 years ago, is I'm really good at what I'm good at, but this other stuff, which is frustrating,
Yes.
but I have people in my circle that are all up on this. So you know what I'm saying?
You have
it's just,
to.
But you have to, so you don't have to get frustrated by it. Just converse about it so you understand a little bit of what's going on.
Yeah. So normally Fish gets to chime in too. So stick te gusta o no te gusta?
Te gusta! And does Fish have like a breaking news sounder?
Oh, yeah.
What does he do?
He makes his noise up.
Beep, boop, beep, boop, boop.
Yeah, that was pretty
that's
good.
perfect.
Did you step
Breaking
on
news.
Fish?
I got breaking news, guys, from Fish.
Oh.
Whoa.
Thanks for all the support you guys gave me. It means a lot. I am proud to announce that I will be back tomorrow for all 3 shows. Give it up for Fish.
Thank God, Fish, because you know what? Let me tell you something. Nobody has missed anybody more than what Fish has been missed around here.
Turn that button box up.
I mean,
This is for Fish. This is for Fish.
silence.
This is for Fish.
Gosh, this is embarrassing. This is
This
embarrassing.
is for Fish.
This is what happens when Fish is not here.
Yes. So this is like
There it is.
That wasn't it. This is what I wanted. It's very low, but I guess you can hear it.
Oh, check your volume on that one.
Social media, yeah.
Fish!
Fish! I mean, shoot, we didn't even know how to plug in our computers without Fish. Social media is very, very happy that we're going to be getting Fish back. So, Fish, my friend, you have been missed, and we are very, very happy to be getting you
Fish,
back.
look, I found this. Fish always finds this for me.
Fish, I don't know what this goes to. Fish.
This gets plugged into the button box, and he has to dig underneath for it, and we plug it in, and it's good to go. So, welcome back, Fish.
Fish is coming up the IR.
Oh, yes, we're happy to have him back. So, and Stick, great impersonation of Fish, only he's normally like, me gusta, I don't really care. I don't really care. This is like some fake money that's just out there in the universe that nobody really knows where it is. And then, okay, yeah, fine. Okay, I'll like it.
The biggest thing I'm missing from Fish is his random like fist pumps in here when he gets excited to make a good point. Like you just knock someone out.
He's got his own thing going in there. He's got a whole Broadway show going in there.
Yeah, Fish is the man.
Yep, we miss him. So we're so happy to have him back. All right, guys, we're going to, we got 5 minutes. No need to take a break. I'm going to say, I don't know, me gusta on this, but really deep down inside, no me gusta, because it's a lot. It's scary. This is like scary when you really start to think of it. You know, somebody on our social media said, remember the cell phone back in the early 2000s? People thought like, oh, I don't really need a cell phone. Now we don't function without the cell phones. Cell phone companies have now had to go to 5G because this used to be a device that was only used when you were on the go. And now we've completely eliminated landlines.
Not me.
To be, yeah, not me either. Not me either. I have a landline.
Man's on that AOL dial-up. The
hell yeah.
Baby.
No, you know what's funny is when
I got Ma Bell.
one of the things of the comedies is I got when we're doing the slapstick comedy is I got to slow it down in the routine and remind the audience that a landline or the flashy blue thing, the answering machine, you know, like remember those things?
I'm gonna go get one of those because that is honestly like you think now you're afraid to miss something.
Those went out with powdered wigs.
That's why.
That was a Seinfeld line.
Wait, what? I was like, what?
Those went out with powdered wigs.
Powdered
you don't
wigs.
remember?
Oh.
That line. It's okay.
But yeah, it's one of those things where I miss getting a message when I come home. Right now, I'm afraid if I don't have my cell phone, I'm going to miss a call. Well, you know what? I am home from this time to this time, and I'm gone from this time to this time. Leave a message, and I'll call you back. Remember that?
Yeah.
Just leave me a message, and I'll call you back. Thanks. Bye.
I had a bag phone in my car in the 90s. Did you have a bag phone, Stick?
I did. Yeah.
I thought I was the coolest
dad
thing.
had one.
You put the receiver up on top of your car with like the magnet.
With the
I thought I was the man in high school.
I was Batman.
I used to see those in the movies.
Those things lit up beautiful. The big blue lights that lit up. Ooh, I thought I was the coolest thing.
Those were car phones, though. Those weren't cell phones because they only were. You had to plug it into your lighter socket. You had to put the antenna on top of your car. It was great.
But that's how it was supposed to be. Like I had read this article about like radiation in cell phones, and they said like back 20 or 30 years ago, it was safe to use a cell phone 6 minutes a month. 6 minutes
That's all
a
you
month.
could afford back then, too.
Yeah,
Remember
true.
how much cell phones were?
It was like $5 a minute. Like it was crazy. This was absolutely
I had
nuts.
Singular. That was my first. They turned into AT&T.
Motorola Singular.
Yeah, I had Singular. Then I had the Nextel for a while, the walkie-talkies.
Yeah, you
thought that was the coolest thing.
Nokia. You played Snake on your Nokia phone.
I used to have that too. My God, I'm really feeling old right now.
That's all right.
We are.
Did you guys have pagers? Anybody up here?
I had a beeper.
Oh,
A beeper? Yeah, remember that beat me.
What was your code?
I wish they would have
don't know.
stopped
It was
with
just-
the text beeper. Right, so you could beep or you could text,
Or you could
then
text,
you
and
could stop.
that's it.
That's it. If we would have stopped there, then that'd be perfect.
You know how many
We went too far.
relationships broke up because of a pager?
Oh,
My
yeah.
friend,
Yeah.
because his girlfriend would always check his pager. Who the hell's paging you now? Oh, I don't know.
Drug
She was
deal.
dialing
Yeah.
up.
Why'd she put 6969 at the end?
Booty call.
What does 143 mean?
Oh my God! Yeah, that's I love you.
I love
That's
you.
right. Wait,
Fish,
Luke.
you're so
Luke
hip,
thinks we're
Fish.
crazy now. He's like, "What are you guys even talking about? Beepers?"
Back in my day,
Oh, shut up, Luke.
I remember when I had a phone in my trunk.
Yeah.
Put you in my trunk, Luke.
Yeah.
Remember the CD changers in the trunk?
Yeah,
had one
I
of those.
remember
disc,
that
baby.
too. Oh my gosh, the 6 discs, you had to really load them up.
Yeah.
We
You
didn't
had
even
to-
have
no, you
satellite.
had to think about it. You couldn't just flip through
God,
and
guys,
get your
I'm
song.
starting to have anxiety right now. I went from the cell phone evolution to like, shoot, money isn't even worth anything. It's all fake.
My first car had an 8-track tape player in it.
Damn, that beats
I
me.
didn't go that
I
far.
didn't have that.
I win.
But adapt or die. I mean, that's it. Like,
It's true though, Fish, and that's what social media was saying. Walter says, I'm
it's
so
a compliment. I don't care.
Yeah.
Compliment.
Stick. Walter's saying his beeper code was 69. That's
See?
what's funny.
Everybody had their own
Those
code.
were the days. They were. And you know what? The younger generation is never going to get to know what that was really like.
No, they get to send nudes when they're 12. It's different.
That's right.
Oh my God, I'm going to really have anxiety. I have a little girl. No. I just want to go back to the way things
It's a
used
great
to
way
be.
to end the day.
I can't do
Fish,
this. My
stick.
earpiece just fell out. My God, I'm going to have
I had a
anxiety.
CB.
Did you?
No, you didn't.
I was the Joker.
What was your handle? The Joker? That's awesome.
Oh my gosh! Yikes! All right, guys. Let's get to my pulse real quick. This is too much for me. I need some air. Ay, Dios mío. Con toda la emoción. All right, let's get to who you like. Who do we got this night?
There's one hockey game. It's Battle of California. Yay. Anaheim and LA. Take the over 5.5.
All right.
All right, I've got 5 straight on the baseball. I won over the weekend tonight. Giving you the Mariners as an underdog, plus 150 against the Astros. Take the Mariners to win it straight up. Take the Angels with Shohei Ohtani on the hill against Texas. Ohtani pitching, and he also leads the majors with 7 home runs. So take the Mariners and the Angels tonight.
There you go. Easy. Who you like?
I don't know why. My gut tells me for some reason the Knicks are going to beat the Suns tonight. They had a hard-fought battle last night. Then the 76ers over the Thunder. It's an easy one.
Knicks going for 10 straight.
All right. Stick. Who you like?
I didn't prepare anything, but I do like the Pelicans tonight to cover the spread.
Fly Pelicans.
Okay,
I'm
and
a
then
big
you
Zion
need a
fan.
second one. You need a second one.
I don't know.
The Pelicans. All right, let's just go with.
I haven't looked at my bookie account yet.
All right, well, I'm sure that there'll be like the unicorns taking on the astronauts somewhere. In
Taking the
Fish's world.
astronauts all day.
There you go. You have it
go
there,
Zebras.
my friend.
New Zealand.
Justin says, if anyone needs to make a call, I've got a phone. From Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion. Oh, good old days.
Another good movie.
All right, my friends, that will do it for us. Thank you guys so much. It's been a really fun show. It's really flown by, but thank you so much for interacting with us on our social media at Woodward Sports. For Fish Sticks. Yes.
Fish Sticks.
We're going to start a 30-minute podcast called the Fish Stick Podcast, me and Fish.
Are you really?
He's going to have the lead on it, and I'm just going to sit there and commentate, yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I just thought I invented the freaking fax machine. If you guys even remember what the freaking
No, but
fax
you can
machine
introduce
was.
the show, Fish Sticks.
Yeah.
Fish Stick.
What the
That's a
hell
fact.
is
That's
that?
Barry Sanders quitting from Europe.
That's a fact. That's right.
Slash Adam B.
Seinfeld.
Everybody that's been in the fish tank today. For Luke, for Easy, for D-Mac, for Maz, I'm Pilar Lastra. We'll see you guys tomorrow, my friends.
Deuces.